Good morning, shut-in.
Yo, 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 yo.
How's everyone doing today? We got a little bit of a late start today. It's my fault. I'm doing a lot of stuff.
We always late. That's because we've been doing this every day.
I think we're on episode 20.
That's a lot.
I think that's what I put in the description. I never know if I'm right or not because I forget how many days it's been. We're so happy all of you have come and keep coming to watch us every single day, every morning, seven days a week. 7 days a week. And we have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of people come on. We appreciate everyone who likes the show and shares it. It's really helpful. Right now, everyone, if you can, jump into the comments and say hi. Let us know that you're here. He reads like everything.
Everybody is saying happy birthday to you, Averyl. Oh, how much we love you.
Eric's giving you your own little personal serenade. I know that Averyl is watching this morning. Shout out to Scott, Superfan, who's always in the chat helping us. Shout out to Jason. So, by the way, I saw it lists for me who the people are that are like most active with the show. So we can.
Man.
I'll show you later. There's a place where we can see, and Jason is actually one of them. Jay recently,
JT.
He might not have the label yet.
What's up, Lester? What's up,
Morning,
Lester?
April, Danny, Tanya. We're so excited for today's show.
Man.
I don't know how much I've told you about it yet, so maybe you're not excited. Maybe it's just another day for you, but
it's just an ordinary day.
For me, it's pretty exciting. So we're gonna have on Goldie, Piff, and Grant Smith together, which is gonna be awesome.
Man. Nice.
And we're gonna try to go live to Beantown, Greentown as they get their results. Which, if somebody can find the CCC meeting has just gone live right now. Some of you know what I'm talking about. If you all can send me a link to their live stream that isn't like Microsoft something something. If it's live on Facebook, send it to me because I want to pull that up. Uh, Shout out to Jessica and Ava. I can't. Some of these people, I can't believe that
We got a lot of
they're
people.
awake and watching right now. This is
It's
pretty
crazy how so many people is blowing up our comments now. We can't even keep up with y'all.
Cool. Shout out to our peeps on. We got somebody watching on Twitch.
Twitch TV, yo, what's up, Twitch?
Dude on Twitch, if you don't know who we are, this is Eric Martin. He played for the New England Patriots Super Bowl team 2015. Now he's an activist. He does all kinds of stuff with activism. And like
I smoke weed.
And my name is Mike, and I'm just some dude. And we're cannabis friendly. We don't consume on the show, but we're definitely cannabis friendly. We have guests on that are cannabis centric. So today, actually, most of the guests on are cannabis centric, but there are days that we also have other folks coming in. Shout out to Cheryl, who is doing a new segment with us called Rehabulous with Nurse Cheryl.
Rehabulous.
So I'm not gonna. Shout out to Mike Wisdom. Mike was on Chris Almeida's show this morning called Coffee Time with Almeida, which runs at 9 a.m. on weekdays, which means that I get the weekend off from doing Chris's show.
He owes me eggs.
Chris is supposed to
talk about that.
Shout out to Shia. Shout out to everyone that's joining today. Today's a huge day, so for Beantown, Greentown, they're getting their provisional. Oh, dude from Twitch, thank you for joining, because we can see you chatting. There's a ton of other people that are watching right now on other platforms. We can see all of you, so thanks for watching if you're still watching. Do whatever Twitch users do.
Oh, look who in the comments.
Help us build a following.
Oh, my God.
You'll be our Twitch super fan if you're
the only one watching. Look who woke up and got in the comments.
So we're coming to you live from Massachusetts right now. We have fans actually from all over the world that are watching on different platforms, including YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, my God. Bro, you need to go back to sleep.
And a few other places.
Your alarm finally worked?
We really appreciate you guys. We're also going to have Averyl Andrade coming on, and she's going to talk to us about CSA Farm Shares, and I'm sure we'll get to say happy birthday to her, but it'll be really nice to have her on. Averyl, we're not going to yet, so we got to plan about when we're going to go to Averyl with Averyl, and she's watching right now. Averyl, you don't need to close the thing yet.
Hey, Miss Paradise.
Averyl, you'll know when I hit enter on the thing, and you'll get the link to go someplace. So I'm really excited. We're gonna have Averyl on first, for a few minutes.
Nice. Q-Ron, go to bed, bro. You can't.
Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Goldy. Goldy, we're really excited. We're gonna have you and Grant on. It's like, so we're gonna have Averyl from Healthy Futures Farms come on, and she's going to talk to us about our charity thing, but she's also going to explain what a CSA share is. That's what she was saying to me, that a lot of people are confused about what a CSA share is.
What is that?
Well, apparently it's when a farm grows and they section off vegetables into shares for like members, so you actually pay for an entire season. You don't pay like by the week. You
don't go up there and be like, yo, I just want 2 cucumbers,
right,
3 carrots, 4 celery, and 3 tomatoes. You can't do that.
That's exactly it. So you're supposed to like you kind of like pay for an entire season, and then you just get to go every week and pick up your vegetables.
Dang, that's kind of tight.
Else I have, and then you bounce.
So it's like a subscription, kind of.
It is kind of like that. And by the way, so she'll tell us about it. But Healthy Futures Farms has one. I think I was told it's 20 weeks, based on the season.
20 weeks worth of vegetables
for 4 people. So every week you get like vegetables for 4 people.
And you gotta pay tax.
To you, your tax, you're saying. And it's like
CSA.
It's like $425, and there's a discount for people who are affected by the Corona thing. So we kind of all are. So you get check that. Not I guess, but
CSA actually, purchasers do not have to pay a chocolate tax. If you're looking on Facebook,
that's what their logo looks like. We have their logo because they've been hooking us up, and they're like our sponsor. Shout out to Dan Skelton, not Dan Skeleton. And shout out to Joanne and Gail and everyone else who's joining. We really appreciate it. If you haven't... Oh, my God. We can't go to Averyl yet, Averyl. So chill for a few minutes. So the contest.
The contest.
So we're giving away free CBD gum. We actually started advertising this yesterday afternoon. So, Superfan Scott is going to paste and pin the URL for the contest entry yesterday. So the way that this works is it was posted yesterday, and it's talking about the CBD gum, and it says that we're going to give away the CBD gum, and he's going to post the link in the comments to everyone. If you go there, share that. And
no, Ruben.
And that would be soon. Probably soon. Not yet. But wait until the federal market.
But I can create one for you if
opens.
you want. You could just give me $50 and I go do something. You give me $50 a month and I hook you up.
He can't do that. He's kidding. So, where was I? Where was I before I stepped in on the weirdest Facebook Live gifting? By the way, so Ruben, we actually had one giveaway that did have flour in it. If you know what flour is.
Yeah, like dandelions and roses.
Jam. And we actually give infused jam away a lot. We had infused honey. We give away stuff every day. Today's giveaway happens. That's what it was. Today's giveaway happens to be the CBD gum, which is awesome. It's Mary Palmer CBD gum. So if you go on the Disrupt America Facebook page, there's a link. We'll post it. We'll pin it. You click on that and you share it. Share it publicly. And I'm going to get through this really quickly. You just got to share it publicly. Be careful if you share it into a group, because if that group doesn't let its stuff be shown publicly, then we can't see that you shared it. So what you need to do is you share it, and then you tag us and you tag Mary Palmer. So just in case, if you're having trouble tagging Mary Palmer, this is what their logo looks like, which is a really awesome, sweet-ass logo. So just follow them, and it'll make it easy. And do your best. Don't screw yourself up. Don't have a bad morning because you're struggling with it. Just make sure you share it publicly somewhere. If you don't want to share it on your personal page, totally get it. Go share it to one of your weirdo groups that you think nobody knows about, but that's still public. And then we'll be able to see that you shared it. Toward the end of the show, we'll figure out a random way to choose one of the shares. So that's today's contest. Every day we have a contest. We give away free stuff. Today it's awesome Mary Palmer CBD gum, and if you have to go to our Facebook page, share that, and tag us in Mary Palmer. Cool. All right. Yeah, we love Mary Palmer. They're cool. They sent us a lot of stuff. Morning, Christy Lee. Today is going to be like a technical. Possibly a technical shit show. I don't mean to say that bad word, but so we have something cool, I think, that's going to happen right now. Let's see if this will be really interesting. And when I say cool,
hey Ashley, how
and so Nate,
you?
I know you and Averyl are listening right now. Do me a favor, Nate, and hold your phone landscape. So we're gonna go live to Averyl, not just yet. I'm just gonna explain. We're gonna go live to Averyl, Andrade first. She's gonna talk to us about the CSA share. She's gonna talk to us about how theirs works and how other farms and stuff works, which is cool because you get crazy vegetables for cheap. You just got to pay a little up front because that's how it makes it worth it for the farms to give it to you for so cheaply. So yeah, Nate, if you can hear me, hold the phone sideways. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And this could be cool. It might not be. Oh, it's gonna be really cool. All right, I'm gonna do that. I think this is gonna work great. Okay. I think everyone is. It looks like everyone's being nice and quiet over there, which I appreciate. And I think that's good because I gotta unmute.
Today is the day.
Unmute this.
Care Pesca should be coming in.
By the way, Eric's reading all of your comments, and bear with us for just a minute. This is gonna be kind of. I think this is gonna be cool. Okay, so Averyl, I am about to send you the Zoom link so that
I'm recording.
You can join us live. I'm trying not to click on anything bad so that nothing gets ruined. So Averyl, once you see that link, go to it.
Leave. Are the vegetables shipped or is it farm pickup? Good question.
Okay, now I'm watching their live.
Nate, we need to see Averyl, please. So turn the phone toward.
That's all extended. That's all.
Get her face in the screen and stuff. Nate, get her face in the. Tilt down a little bit, Nate.
Trying. Now all of a sudden, I might have to switch computers.
This is what we do.
So we're surprising Averyl with a happy.
I don't know. It's not working for me now.
Averyl thinks she's coming on as a guest, and she's logging into a Zoom with some of her friends who are going to sing her a happy birthday. So you're going to see Averyl's face also pop up in the Zoom in just a second. She's awesome. We're trying to do something cool. So what you see in the upper left-hand corner is Averyl's husband holding a phone at her face so we can see her reaction. And then we also have a bunch of people joining the Zoom.
Okay, she's here.
Waiting patiently as soon as she.
Okay, wait, don't answer yet.
Okay, you let me know when you want me to admit her.
Oh, there she is.
I think you answered her.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you did.
Did I just do something weird? Because all of a sudden I'm in.
Surprise! Surprise! Can you see us? Averyl, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I don't know if I'm doing
She's
something
connecting
weird.
to the audio. So as soon as
Happy birthday, Averyl.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
What's happening?
Happy birthday.
Do I need to?
Cha-cha.
Happy
birthday.
Yay, Averyl.
Hey, will someone unmute? I'm unmuting you. I don't know why you're muted. All
I
right.
love you, Averyl. For those of you who don't know what's going on right now, we're live in the Zoom. We pranked Averyl. She thought that she was going to come on live for an interview, but instead we pranked her with a birthday surprise where she instead logged into a Zoom room full of people that were singing happy birthday to her. And in the upper left-hand corner, you can see.
You got it a little early.
He's holding that extra phone down so that we can see. Oh, I love messing with my friends.
I was like, eating a bagel.
April, we want you to say hello. How does it feel?
So Sherry in the upper left from the Green Nurse Group and
How does
Jody in
it
the
feel
center
to have
and
traveled
Jen
another year around the sun?
we're helping to make this all happen. And you can see Grant Smith up in the upper right.
I'm gonna mute you for a second.
So I think we're
All right, I
just
just
gonna let them
muted Mike.
have their fun for a second. Let her Zoom.
Mike, you
Maybe
know
we'll
what? I
come
love
back in a
you,
few minutes.
but I want Averyl to share about happy birthday. Averyl, it's all on you.
And we'll mute them out so that nobody has to hear their chatter. So that was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. That was super fun.
I kind of wish that It'd be nice to be in that Zoom room instead of. We are kind of in the Zoom room, but it would be nice to be in the Zoom room instead of doing the show. So yay! Happy birthday to Averyl, because we have a show going on and there's a bunch of other people watching right now. In fact, just to make it easier, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get rid of this volume for now because that'll help. That'll help us to to not be sad that we're missing the Zoom room chat right now. We also have Goldie Piff on today. We also have Grant Smith. You saw Grant Smith was actually in that Zoom room singing happy birthday. It's part of the larger cannabis community. And to some of Averyl's friends that didn't know about this, it was...
Green Matters, what's up?
We were doing our best to not let her find out but I was too busy to do a lot of reach outs. So shout out to Matai. Which is a nice one today. Thank you. No comments yet. If you haven't said hi in the comments, say hello. Let us know when you jump in and start watching, and because we can see that, and we always appreciate when you're watching. Contest today. Back to the contest, because there's a contest. We give away free stuff every day. Today is Mary Palmer's CBD gum. We're super psyched to do that. And Averyl, if somehow you're back to watching, which you're probably not, you can come on later if you want. Well, shout out to Rodney. So Rodney, the chef, who became a new viewer, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna come on soon, and he's gonna do a cooking segment, which is awesome. So by the way, it's like day 20 or 21 for us. Mm-hmm. People they can see you doing this, but they're not.
I'm just waiting for you to get done.
Oh, you want to go? Go for it. Let's go. I was just trying to have our friend have her happy birthday.
I was trying to let you get through everything.
Well, yeah, so you want to talk about the CBD gum contest?
CBD gum contest. Oh, yeah. What about it? You know about it, so that's why I don't be saying nothing.
So on our Facebook page, if you share that post and tag us and tag Mary Palmer, and you have to share it publicly, and just be careful not to do it. We need to be able to see it, so don't share it into a group that's like private or whatever. Just share it publicly someplace. You can figure that out. Y'all know how to do that. So you'll be entered into the contest. And and tag a first responder. And don't worry, if you didn't tag a first responder, we're going to take all the shares. If you do happen to win, we're going to ask you who your first responder friend is. But this contest is actually about first responders. You can actually go in and edit your share if you want and tag a first responder, because we're going to give you, if you win, and your first responder buddy some CBD gum. And it's like a full pack of CBD gum, and it's awesome and delicious. And yeah, Scott, the superfan's probably really frustrated at me right now. He says, go there and follow the directions. Yeah, so just go there and follow the directions. Go to that post. He knows what he's talking about.
Scotty too hottie.
And at the end of the show, we're going to pick a winner. And both y'all get some CBD gum. And then tomorrow it's going to be a different prize. So come back every single effing day and win free stuff, because we give away free stuff everywhere. How you doing today? What's going on? We didn't eat yesterday.
Comment on the show when you have entered.
We didn't eat.
Had Pringles.
Yeah, we had Pringles. You like flavored Pringles, and I like plain Pringles. So we had Pringles.
Hell nah, Heather.
No, but for real, we had Pringles yesterday.
Oh yeah,
you had
Pringles
a can.
And
you had your own can.
I had 2 cans.
You had 2 cans, and I had 1 can.
I had 2 cans of Pringles, the ranch flavored and the garlic Parmesan flavor.
You really liked you were talking.
You
were gassing up the Parmesan one.
Shit is fire because they put extra seasoning on them. You know how you get that chip that you want all the extra seasoning? Pringles, every chip is like that. Every chip. And then on an average, Pringle has 90 chips in a container, which is crazy. I looked at it. How do I know that? Because on the back, it says each can is about 6 servings, and a serving is 15 chips.
Huh.
So,
you know what we haven't been seeing today is the little maybe it is the little zombie thing. I thought the zombie thing comes up when people like it and they share it. And
probably too many.
Any of that. So, by the way, if you're the reason why we centralized the
Christy.
contest, I know it seems a little
Christy,
weird
I'm
today.
telling you, go to the gas station.
It's because we like getting
and get the
shares,
garlic parmesan Pringles.
and you have to.
You will not be disappointed.
It's tough to count them when you're all sharing across different platforms. That's why we did it this way. So it's maybe it's a little easier. Good news, by the way, we're gonna test tonight, but I think as of tomorrow we're also gonna go live to Instagram.
Instagram, about time.
Yeah, I figured it out somehow.
What's up, Green Matters? You said nice tie.
We do have some people. Oh, thank you.
Gum.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thought
Who's
you
that?
said gun. Nah, it's gum. Hi, Christy.
No, we're giving away.
You
gum,
guys remember Christy,
like chewing gum,
the hair
CBD
artist?
Chewing
She's
gum.
on my
It's not
Instagram
CBD
right now.
Gun. It's not a CBD gun.
Well, CBD gun, that'd be kind of weird.
CCC just resumed.
What's up, Andrew?
So Muddy, I know you're in the comments. Have they started? Are they reading off people? I know you're like the third category. I wonder what's going on with this Zoom over here.
Morning with Champ and the Chump.
Oh, that's sweet. Hey guys, in the Averyl Zoom, can you hear me right now? We have you muted.
I wish
but
I
can you hear us?
could leave to get some quarantine one more week.
All right, I'm gonna jump out of their Zoom.
You should order some off Amazon, Christy.
So
I'm sure Amazon delivers. What you been up to, Christy?
Heather Marie Brown. I just saw your comment about mornings with the Champ and the Chump.
That's funny.
Yeah, huh?
That was
She's
a
got
good one.
jokes. She hasn't gotten. I don't think her prize has gotten mailed out yet.
Oh,
She's got jokes.
And you already got hit with the tax, so you better watch out. You're gonna get hit with the city tax too.
Heather Marie Brown in the comments was a previous winner. I think yesterday. I have no idea that all the days blur together.
Stop. Jason T says, "Stop flushing baby wipes!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! I guess we're not supposed to be flushing baby wipes.
So by the way, I've gotten a couple of messages of people being like, "How come I didn't get to be in the Zoom room for the happy birthday thing?" And I think the idea was that there was going to be like up to 100 people in the room for the Zoom thing, and I think what happened is like there's probably 3 or 4 people that were like possibly the ones that could have shared that link around, and I think probably everyone was like, "I bet somebody else is really going to share that link around."
Nah, Heather Brown, you was serious.
There was
Don't
like
be
10
lying.
or 12 people in there, but for everyone else, it's not that you.
Yeah, Jessica B, you're
it's not that
super
you
late.
weren't,
You're about 33
something
minutes
on
and
it.
51 seconds late.
You know what? Let's just for a second.
You missed a happy birthday. You might as well just go and log off. They pumps at sewer plants where I worked. Jason T said, I think Jason T said they fucked up pumps at the sewer plant where I work. Baby wipes suck.
Oh no wonder I quit. their
Ava
Zoom.
said, I think I should be a winner. I'm a winner. Total winner material. Give me a gift. Well, that's not how you win. So you can look, Ava. Sorry to be rude, but no. Haha, gotta work out.
Andrew, buddy, if
Not
you're
the
watching, I'm trying to
Scott
get in your
made me
room.
run this morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Jessica, don't be trying to blame
It's
it on
my
other
mom, everyone.
people.
My mom
That is your
enjoys
fault.
watching the show.
Don't be trying to blame nobody else but yourself. It's your time, your fault. You're late. Get over it.
So our merch guy got sick. Not like corona sick. He just got sick. And so our merch hasn't gotten made yet. If there's anyone out there that wants to help with merch, we don't have any money,
Hey, Jason.
but there's still if you're savvy, you still know there's
Jason T, as much as I love talking about
Andrew,
flushing
buddy,
baby
let us
wipes,
into the meeting, bud. We want to go to you.
I don't want to talk about that no more.
And Goldie and Grant, we're gonna have you guys on at like 11 if you're listening. And I know everyone's waiting.
No,
for
I'm
Goldie.
playing Jason. Everybody stop flushing, baby.
And by the way, the contest.
Get the
join
point.
contest. Because the CBD gum's like expensive, I think. Somebody go on the Mary Palmer website and find out how much the CBD gum is. I wonder what this is like. So Ava, we just don't have money. So if you can help, if you know somebody that wants to like front merch or make on demand.
Okay, Rodney.
We're cool. We're cool with getting like a smaller cut. It sucks, but we're cool with getting a smaller cut because we know how it works.
Okay, Rodney.
Touch my tile out today.
Hook us up then.
It's the power. It's
Where
kinda
that
like a
food
Versace
at, my
power
brother?
guy today.
What you made? What you made
That's
for
right.
food, my brother? Since you a chef now.
So Rodney's gonna come on and do. He's gonna do a cooking segment.
I believe it when I see it.
What's Scott the Superfan saying? USC Teespring. So shout out to everyone that's watching everywhere, including Chris Almeida's new page, Almeidathon. There may be some of you that are watching through there too, and we appreciate it. Andrew Muddy.
My friend Paige.
Let me invite
Something t-shirt and designs can make merch but don't work for free. Ooh, he don't work for free.
Averyl, if you're listening with Nate, we're gonna bring you on. After
Scott P
Goldie
says
Grant,
the gum
okay?
is $15.99. Might donate free promotion.
I was still waiting for anyone out there to send me the CCC link to the live.
Ooh, some egg Benedict. That's what I'm talking about. I need a
Send me the CCC.
I need a half dozen egg omelet with all the vegetables you got.
Oh, so
And,
we
all jalapenos.
So today's show sounds like it's messy, and it's because it is a little bit, and it's really because we ate Pringles like all day yesterday. We ate Pringles. He had 2 cans, and I had 1, and mine was plain, and his was delicious, Parmesan.
He ain't asked for it.
No,
He
I don't
said
like
he
flavored.
it.
I'm not a big fan of flavored
Yeah,
chips.
I love flavor.
No, but yours, I'm giving you I'm
Bad for your
giving
stuff.
you props.
I like the bad for your stuff.
Oh, Teespring. That's where I need to go. Thank you, Scott.
I bonked my head yesterday. Now I got a scar.
Can somebody message Andrew Muddy and tell him that oh, Teespring is not where the that's so funny. Gotcha, Scott. Now I understand. Teespring is where I should go for merch. I'm like, that's where the CCC meeting is. I'm like, all right, cool. Somebody, thank you. No, my plan was I wanted to watch the CCC meeting for a few minutes and watch Beantown, Greentown get their provisional license and then watch them cheer. And that's kind of why I'm dragging this out. But also, we only had chips yesterday, and we also had no breakfast today.
Oh, man.
We got to be clear about that.
I ate Pringles yesterday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it was different. It was different flavor Pringles.
Everyone, make sure you follow Eric. I like how Scott keeps us
Cannabis.
at least a little bit on pace. Make sure you follow Eric at Martin Jr. _ on Instagram. And the link's in there.
Ooh, I see you, Ava.
Yeah, no, Chris, it's not so much that. I think it was that we sort of expected to eat, and then we didn't.
Hi, y'all. Coming
And then we expected to eat again, and then we didn't. But we had chips. Yeah, Instagram, this is Kushroom. That's our mascot.
Sub-mascot.
So right now I'm trying to find the live stream.
Pandemic diet. You're right.
We have
come jack your eggs and your chickens, too, Chris.
we have so many super fans.
What's the name of your chickens? What's the one you least like? I come kidnap them for you.
We have so many we have so many super fans out there, and absolutely nobody has given us a CCC link. But that's all right. So folks, just to give you some expectations, at 11 we're going to be going live with Goldie Piff, who's an amazing activist here in
Who's Philip Alibo? Who's that? What's up, Philip? I don't think I ever seen you in the chat.
Yeah, because
you better say something. Wait, hold on, bro. Don't come in.
He's a Rodney fan.
Don't come in the chats cheering on other people. You cheer with us first, bro, and then you can cheer with somebody else. So you need to go ahead and delete that comment and start over. Right. Say, hey guys, I'm Philip.
I hear you, Scott. It's tough. So on the there's
You know.
there's a post on the Facebook page that says if you go here, and then they're trying to make you go to their website, and it said something about like a Microsoft meetings, and I'm just usually on Facebook somebody is streaming it, so I was just hoping to pick on that stream because that's a lot easier. But I like that some of you are.
Oh, Philip said because
Listen to me,
Ronnie
not
made
just to
my
him.
birthday
Makes
special
me
with
feel
a
good.
delicious meal. Oh, that's cool. But then you go to his personal page and send him that. Don't come on our page, be fanning him. This is our fan. This is our cheer. Yeah. Yeah. Props to Eric and
Yeah,
Mike.
it's-
Good stuff.
it's-
Oh man, thank you. We just messing with
Oh,
you,
thanks,
Phil.
Philip.
We just messing with you,
We appreciate
Philip.
it.
We always
So,
give everybody a
Hannah
hard
Maria,
time.
and it's crazy because the Cannabis Commission themselves don't put their own live. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, Averyl.
All right.
Okay, Averyl.
We're gonna see. Yeah. Watch on the web. All right.
Averyl coming in clutch on her birthday as usual.
All right. So, folks, just so you know, you don't actually necessarily.
What up, Adam? What up, Adam? What you eating for breakfast, my brother?
Oh, they're still going through boring stuff. Rodney, yeah, if you want to send a pic, I'll bring it up. We can all look at it, which is really torture on us, but everyone will want to see it, and it'll give people a nice little preview of when you come on the show. So Rodney's going to send us a picture. So right now, by the way, I'm looking at the Cannabis Control Commission. Nobody wants to see this, because that's why you're watching us and not them. But first of all,
okay.
we got a
What you
little
be
picture
putting?
of
How you be
April
making it
still,
on the pot?
because
in
we
the
are gonna go back
microwave?
to
Microwave
April later.
oatmeal.
And then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna change this. So if y'all want a little snoozy snooze fest, there's Averyl watching us. Isn't that cool? And let's get that nasty border out of the way for you.
Hey, Averyl. Hey, Averyl. We see you. We see you. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Won't you tell us?
I gotta transition.
Won't you
that.
tell
Yeah,
us?
This is what.
Won't you
So
tell
now
us?
we'll be able to see the CCC live. Thank you. I really appreciate whoever just sent that over. And let's check in on the Zoom and see if Muddy finally let us in. So Adam Vaughn, I know you're watching the show. Tell Muddy to let us into his Zoom meeting. Like I'm sitting there. Says please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon. I've been waiting there for like 20 minutes now. Muddy, let me in. Or send me a new link. Something like that. Oh, you're still watching that. You want to see us, don't you? Our pretty face.
Keith Collector just joined.
Um,
What's up, Keith Collector? Where the Keith at?
I don't like how sometimes you can see my mouse floating around the screen. You see that? Oh, no, you can't see it yet, but hold on. Now you can see it. Watch. See my mouse floating around? Look, there's Averyl's dog. So Averyl's dog normally
Hey, Averyl. Hey,
threatens to
Averyl.
bite us.
What you doing? What you doing? That dog is mean. That dog is mean. Got bit twice already.
All right. Yo, what's up, Beantown dudes? Hold on a second. Let me, let's see. I'll unmute you guys. What's up? Oh, hold on. I gotta go in with audio. I bet.
That was not the mean one.
Video.
There in the bottom left.
Big vibes. Big vibes. Big.
I think the people at home can hear that. Oh, that's because our volume.
I'm wearing my Beantown Greentown hat like Jay-Z wore the Rockefeller hat. You feel me?
Now we can. All right. So now everyone else could actually hear you. Now we can actually hear you.
I wear like Hove.
Keyron.
What up, Milk Dud? What's poppin' with you,
Bro,
baby?
Ugly on
Look
camera.
at
bro.
That's why you ain't on the camera. You heard? You got to shine that
Nah,
lip,
like
baby.
our camera was working, then it started going out on yours.
Yo,
and it's still
get a
kinda
towel,
going
shine
in
that
and
bald
out.
head. You heard? Your head be
It's
shining like a
going
baby
in and out
ass.
right now, my brother. Anybody else cameras going in and out? Y'all see that? I know y'all stuff is like
Nah,
shot.
bro, they see this Colgate smile. You feel me? This Kool-Aid smile.
I like that psychedelic background.
So we still got Averyl there, but then we have there's Adam, Andrew. Hey, so Andrew, you wanna introduce some of the guys?
All right, y'all, everybody. We got our team online right now. Everybody on my crew is doing their own deal.
Pulling big smoke. You heard?
Oh yeah. As you can see, we got. Hang on, let me change things.
Hey, Andrew, tell your boys to that whole feedback thing is because somebody's watching something else and they got the volume cranked. So tell them to turn that down.
Yeah, yo, y'all got background volume. Cool it.
Anybody got background volume? Calm it down. All right, cool. We're there.
Sorry, go ahead, Andrew. Tell us who we got. That's so much better. Thank you. Tell us who we got.
Erica, we ready to
All
go?
right, cool. So immediately to my right, I got Dr. 24/7 here. My boy Adam. He's always on the ground, taking care of
Thank
business,
you,
showing
Erica.
up at events.
I just want to, we are back in
everybody out,
recession.
handing
I
out
want to
weed,
apologize. That
handing
was
out
just
shirts. He's our
a
main
technical
man.
snafu
Anywhere
that
we go,
our
any
staff really
event,
quickly fixed.
this
I'm
dude's
not
got
sure
the
what
loudest voice. He's
problem was,
pulling people
but
into
we
the
are back
booth,
online. My
selling raffle
apologies
tickets.
for the delay.
He's
and my
making
appreciation
people know
for
that we're in
your
town. So
Thank you.
big ups to Adam, Dr.
I think
24/7.
that we're set
Next
to
to
get
him,
into the
we
bulk
have
of the
Dr.
agenda,
Smokey.
starting with
He's wearing
minutes
his
for approval, and then
his,
we'll go to the recommendations on
Boston
licenses.
Bruins jersey.
Let's start
They're
with
helping
minutes. We
pay
have
our
2
bills
sets of minutes to
and
approve.
keep us
The first
going.
is on February
He's been a big,
6th.
huge supporter of us from the first day he
If there
met.
are any questions
I-
or
Ooh, that
requests
was-
for modifications, please
So thank you, Dr. Smokey.
state them now. Anything from any of the commissioners?
Next is Mr. Shia LaBucks.
You heard?
Key
Thank you.
wrong. So
Then
this is Adam's
Can I ask please for a
seedling
motion,
in life
and
that he's
Commissioner Tyler?
growing.
to make the
Yeah, that seed must have hit some hard parts.
February
You wish you was this handsome.
No, no deficiencies on you, baby.
Yeah,
You were the
fastest sperm. You see it?
Must have hit some hard parts, bro.
You're on mute.
Keyron is
Hey, you must have turned off the lights too early some nights.
Hey yo, you look like
Thank you. Let the
melted
record show
chocolate.
that
Be
the
cool it.
motion
You
was
feel
made
me?
by
You wish you was
Commissioner Tyler,
caramel like
seconded by
this.
Commissioner Doyle.
You can't handle this. Every day being sexy like this, bro.
Hey,
You
bro.
don't know what to do with these pressures. It's too much for
Bro,
you.
McBride,
Hey.
Commissioner
Too
Tyler,
much for you, bro. It's all right. I
Commissioner
understand.
Hoffman, aye. Let the record show that the commission unanimously approved the minutes.
Yo,
I hope
how
you
you
getting
got
ready.
one like me either?
February
You feel me?
I hope
I'm-
you getting
I'm
ready for
saying
this
handsome,
race.
bro.
From our meeting of
I hope you
March
getting ready for this
5th.
race.
Are there any
Go
questions?
ahead and tell
or,
everybody in the
requests
comments
for,
how
modification?
you plan on racing me.
Let them know. I'm
Then,
smoking you in a race,
can
bro.
ask,
I don't plan on
Commissioner
racing. I
Brown,
plan on
Donuts.
smoking you in
Commissioner
a foot
Brown, will you
race.
make the motion?
I'm gonna
How
smoke
many
your
approve
boots,
the
and I'm gonna
photo
smoke
race?
the blunt right after.
Thank
You
you.
feel me?
Can I ask
I might do it at the
Flanagan to make
same
the motion
time. Who
second?
knows, bro? Because of how I'm feeling
Let
that
the record
day.
show that Commissioner McBride made the motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner Flanagan. Commissioner Doyle,
Yeah.
Commissioner Flanagan,
Aye.
Commissioner McBride,
Oh.
Aye.
Commissioner Title,
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry,
Commissioner
folks.
Hoffman. Let the record show that the commission unanimously approved the
We
minutes.
messed up.
Oh, y'all always messing up, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
My
you know what
bad,
it was,
y'all.
Kieran? They were hearing you guys, and they were hearing the commissioner
Oh,
going.
okay. I dig it.
They
And
can't.
then then also Averyl was giving a crazy feedback loop too, because she was watching the show, and that's what was making the
Yo,
echo.
tell Averyl I said happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Look at hey, you heard Rebecca just said in the comments, baby, you're so ugly, but you ain't taking that W in a foot race. That's what she said. Nah, she said handsome.
Hey, yo, tell anybody named Becky
she
they
said
can't
you
speak on me
handsome,
like
bro.
that. You heard?
She said you handsome, bro. And
Thank you, Becky. My fault. I
know-
didn't mean to be disrespectful. I am smoking him in a foot race though, and you can catch it right after. I'm taking anybody
Hey.
on the foot races. Be
And
holla
you
at me.
know
Feel me? I'm young. I'm prime. I'm ready to beat all you old heads. It's nothing.
So for those
What you
of you who
want to
don't
do, yo,
understand,
you know where I be at, bro. Just push
All right, what's
up.
your record in our racing right now? What's your record in the foot race? Me and you right now. What's the record?
Yo, listen, that don't count
What's the
because we
record?
get a full
What's the
pizza
record?
before then.
What's the
Bro,
record?
was trying to play me.
What's
You know
the
what I mean?
record?
You had me eat, get full. I'm
Bro,
not
you
no
saying
professional
everything but
athlete.
the record.
You know what I mean? I'm a professional weed smoker, so it's
Bro,
different
you
for me.
saying everything, but
So
I'm a professional weed smoker
I had to
as well.
maintain. That's why we getting this rematch, though. It's like it's Undertaker at WrestleMania, bro.
my
You know, he
God,
lost
bro.
one, but he came back, got it back, held it down.
Bro, I've never heard somebody
You get
say
a
so
fluke,
many
bro.
words in
You know
a
what I mean?
sentence
Every
but
bum
don't
get
answer a
a
question.
penny. You know what I mean?
Who
You
won
want
the
me to
first
mute
race,
him?
bro?
Oh man,
Who
this
won the
sound
first
like
race?
This sound like some Buster Douglas and goddamn Mike Tyson back in the day going at it right now.
I can hear them.
Adam. Go ahead and just I know this is your seed and all, but bro, like just tell the truth, bro. What happened to your son when we raced?
Hey yo, man, y'all family, man. Y'all deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting.
Adam, no, don't do this, Adam, don't. You got to be hard on them. This is a point in time in life where you have to be hard on them.
That's why I ain't saying that. I want y'all to go on, man. Handle that.
You got to be
man.
real, and sometimes you have to teach them.
Man, gentlemen, you know what I mean? You can't do that. I ain't answering that. I plead the fifth on it, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, my man finna take the rap for him. Oh my God.
I gotta let it. Hey, yo, it has to be done, man. I'm a man of actions, not words.
But you already had a preview of it.
Hey, man, listen. A preview's like a quick snack. I forgot all about that. You heard me? Let me see the next one. Make that one.
Bro, this preview was bad, bro. You know it too.
No. Hey,
Bro,
man,
bad.
listen. We're gonna let y'all deal with that. I'm just gonna be there filming it, man, and that's all. I'm gonna be at the finish line, man.
If I was you, I wouldn't show up to this.
I gotta come, man. You know what I mean? I got to be there.
Hey, you got to support from a distance. I think it's better for all
6
parties
feet.
involved.
Yeah, social distance, 6 feet. That's how so with the racing, y'all gotta stay 6 feet apart. So somebody gotta earn that 6 feet.
Oh yeah, and the race is gonna be 6 feet apart because that's how much I'm gonna beat him by. This is not a race, brother. I'm gonna be eating Krispy Kreme while I'm running.
I told him, he said he's gonna be eating Krispy Kremes while he's racing you, man.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna eat a box of. I'm gonna eat half a dozen of
after I
Krispy
smoke your
Kremes.
boots in the race, you can't tell people using the NFL no more. You feel me? That's gonna be a disgrace to them. You know what I mean?
I don't have to tell people.
How you let this stoner kid beat you in a foot race, boy?
Hey,
That's all I gotta say.
When a race is over, bruh, I'm just saying, like you can't show your face around Beantown, Greentown no more. You gotta disappear.
Oh man, you gotta right now.
You didn't want to hear that. He like, nah, I change it.
Oh, he shut up quick now.
Hey, yo, E, I thought I was just going to that.
Oh, my fault. I was on mute.
On his shoulders or something, man.
Ain't no losing to that bum. You feel me? He got jello for legs.
I just want to pressure it while we all on camera.
Barely lift his legs.
Because if the pressure is on while we on camera, then you know the embarrassment is gonna be at an all-time high.
That's gonna be for you, bro. Hey, yo, listen. I know you don't play it on the stage full of champions and the best athletes in the world, but you ain't never played nothing against like me, baby. I'm a whole different breed. I'm cut from another cloth, baby. I'm another animal out here. You feel me? That's why you timid. You panicking right now. You talking too much because you panicking. I can feel
What
it.
did you do all day yesterday
blood in the water.
Play Call of Duty?
I taste blood in the water, bro.
What did you do all day yesterday besides play Call of Duty?
Okay. You panicking right now.
You ain't trained one time.
I'll be scared too, bro.
You agreed to this.
I'll be scared too. You feel me?
Look, that's big brother, little brother right there. Them two kill me, man.
I can't wait.
Nah, Eric, my guys, though. You feel me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you already know.
I just gotta smoke
That's
his
my
boots
little
in the
brother.
race.
That's
why
I'm
he get out of line
this.
sometimes. So I gotta put him back in his place.
That's why I'm agreeing to this race. If he wasn't my little brother, I wouldn't agree to this race because I'm not gonna embarrass you like that. But you my little brother, so you gotta face that embarrassment.
There you go.
And I'm gonna ride it out with you. I'm gonna be right
Hey,
there.
yo, I love you so much, bro, that I'm gonna do this for you just to show you what losing feel like. I understand you're not comfortable with losing. You feel me? You know what it feel like to lose to me. We already done been through this triumphant battle already, so you know what it's like to lose to the God. Now I'm gonna show you what it's like to lose to the God in a foot race. You feel me? I'm beating you in every and anything, bro. We can get a basketball after that. I'll beat your ass with some ball, bro. The most beautiful finger roll you ever seen. You heard?
Oh,
I played.
Hey, we're gonna need a respirator, an oxygen tank.
Yeah, all for him, right? Hey,
Ain't an on-call nurse. It's right there.
Hey yo, E, what's that shit called they give y'all when y'all get hit in the game? You gonna need a cortisone shot or some shit.
Oh,
extra adrenaline boost. You playing me, you heard?
Eric running a race while eating Pringles. I could do that too. I could run in a race and do whatever. It's whatever y'all. Actually, I can put in the comments what y'all want me to do when I run this race.
Yo, y'all never gonna see this man on Facebook ever again. It's gonna be Disrupt Boston or just Mike Dube.
What disadvantage do you want
Mike
me to
Dube
have
and his
in
wide
this
ass
race?
ties. That's what the new show gonna be after you lose this race. That's gonna be his new co-host. Mike Dube's gonna have a wide ass tie every day, a different wide tie, because you ain't gonna be showing face after this foot race.
This dude trying to sound like Muhammad Ali back in the days. You rhyming now? You know
me? It's something like, you know what I mean? Me and Ali go back. I heard we got a little bit of relation. Yeah, my family tree or something like that. You feel me?
It's these new age kids. They all talk.
When is made, baby. I'm a winner. You see my team? You see my clique? You see these group of guys I'm with, bro? All winners. You shitting me? You shitting me? Stop playing.
Hey, look, all your group can line up. I'm gonna beat them all one by one in a race.
You gotta go through me first, though.
Back to back.
You gotta get through me first, and you ain't getting through me, bro.
Bro, you the last person I'm worried about. That's the problem.
All right, well, we're a team, so we're, even if we have to, we're gonna take you all down. Well, I'm gonna jump underneath your legs and trip you.
Negative, not happening.
Hey, wait a second.
Let me tell y'all. None of y'all got the athleticism to bring me down.
You don't need athleticism.
I got half the athleticism you got in this one pinky. You feel me?
Bro, you couldn't tackle me if you tried, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, according to Eric the other day, he said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't know.
Exactly. So just understand the way I play. I don't play
Where's
fair.
Eddie Guerrero? You feel me?
I don't play fair. There's no rules in playing.
All right, he just set the stage.
Just win.
That's it.
You gotta win.
So I don't know if the audience is clear, but essentially Kieran, who for us is in the upper right-hand corner of that mosaic there.
I'm the handsome one.
And Eric had raced each other.
The one with the Chihuahua
road
bout.
race. And Kieran lost. Kieran lost. I don't.
No.
No.
Please do not.
Tell them the full story. Hey, yo, right? So we at an event. They bring us an extra large pizza, bro.
Extra large pizza.
You feel me? Yo, we getting full. We eating now, right?
We both getting full, right? We both even. We both getting full.
We leaving the spot. You feel me? Now
so
I understand,
we both
man.
leaving the spot.
Man's be eating full turkeys and whole chickens and whatnot, and then going to run like a full mile. Me, I'm different, bro. I'll eat and smoke. You feel me? Chill out a little bit. So we get outside.
So that was one excuse.
We're doing
that was one excuse before the story.
And whatnot, you feel me? Man's like, hey, yo, Key, let's race. In the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, I just ate. You know what I mean? But it's whatever. I'll like jog him, give him something to feel. You feel me? Make his day a little bit.
He said jog. That's another excuse.
So
he was full sprint. He was full blood sprint.
Chris jog. This man don't want full NFL. Turned the Jets on me, bro.
I didn't even turn the Jets. I jogged first and let him catch up.
Behind his shoes when he
I jogged and let him catch up, and then when he caught up, I
hit
ran him again.
The sonic boost on me. He started running crazy. I was like, hey, yo, I thought we was just across the street. He went up like 4 blocks on me, came back. And it was like, yo, I lapped you. I was like, damn, that's crazy. We got to really race now.
I didn't give him no chance.
And then that's how we got here, you feel me?
At the end of the day, you still my youngster.
Hey.
Listen, man, like I said, every bum get a crumb, bro. So you could get $1 on a lucky day, man, but you can't take the bad shorty home with you to keep. You feel me? She gonna come home with me. A winner.
You ain't gonna be able to run and catch her. She gonna outrun you. You gonna have to give up and find another one. I'm already there, waiting. Come on, man.
About that.
You're not fast enough, my brother.
You're not,
I do
bro.
this.
I watched you eat 4 cans of Pringles
working out
yesterday,
more
bro.
than half my life, brother. You ain't got no
chance.
chance.
You bugging.
You been smoking probably half your life, so you definitely ain't got no chance.
That's cool, bro. You feel me?
Your body full of THC and dabs, slowing
Hey,
you
guys.
down. That's all.
I still got that fresh out of school energy, bro. You know, been out like 10 years now. It's
Hey,
slow
you
for
smoke so much, your body full of air, bro. You can't do that.
All right, we started licensing here for provisionals.
They are located.
Okay, let's go. I'm going on mute.
John Perkente Boulevard, New Bedford, Mass. And they are seeking a Tier 4 cultivation and product manufacturing license on these. The other license that you mentioned, the retail license, which is MRN 282382, the proposed location for this retail establishment would be 29 Harding Street, located in Middleborough, Mass. Therefore, commission staff do recommend review.
All right, we're about 10 away, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna go 1, 2, 3. They're gonna do them in groups. They're gonna do Berkeley Botanicals, which is 3. They're gonna do C&A Holdings, which is 4. Comcan. So we actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 more before we're live. So almost there.
Okay.
And so for folks at home who aren't sure what we're doing, we're sitting in with Beantown, Greentown. So in the upper left-hand part of the screen is a bunch of dudes who are part of a Massachusetts licensee application for a legal cannabis business here in the state of Massachusetts. They're totally storied. Everyone loves them. So we're watching in the upper left-hand part of the screen, all of them on a Zoom meeting. In the lower left-hand part of the screen, I finally got it right, is the cannabis control meeting going live. And you can actually see Commissioner Hoffman, little tiny Commissioner Hoffman.
Hey, yo, real quick, Mike got them computers puting right now. You heard? My son got mad streams going on at once.
Yeah, I'm shocked all of this is
Kid's
working.
on fire. He's got it moving.
We've all been watching me crash and burn now for like 3 weeks every once in a while. So, yeah, shout out to me for finally figuring out how to get this watchable. It was fucked up for a little bit, but we're good now. So yeah. So that's what we're all joining in, everyone. If everyone wonders what the hell we're doing before we go to Goldie Piff after with Grant Smith, we're hanging out with Beantown, Greentown so we can share in the celebration with them. So are you guys actually listening to Commissioner Hoffman right now? Is that what the deal is?
Well, when you stop talking, I turn it up.
MPN 281642
Can you hear it?
product manufacturer, MRN 281458 retailer. I believe all 3 of these are co-located. Mr. Hoffman, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It's so exciting to listen to him talk from home.
The applicant here is Berkeley Botanicals, LLC. The proposed location is 44 County Street, located in Berkeley, Mass. As you stated, the 3 licenses being sought are Tier 2.
But in the meantime, you guys were talking shit because.
In the meantime,
additional information.
So everyone, just as a recap, all that shit talking, it's culminating into we're Eric and Kieran are going to have another foot race, but this time we're going to broadcast it live. And
It's not even a foot race, bro.
Oh man.
And supposedly
Walking apart.
So the loser has to carry the winner, right? Is that the deal, Kieran?
Hey, yo, he gonna carry me on his shoulders like Prince bodyguard in the club, you heard? I'm gonna wear a Purple Rain fit just so I can walk on his shoulders, you dig?
Everybody in the comments can just laugh at this for a minute. Just understand, I'm strong enough to carry him. The problem is he not strong enough to carry me. So for him,
Hey yo,
this
that's
is not
how
a good deal.
I know I'm not gonna lose, you feel me? Because I'm dead ass not carrying you at all, B.
Dead ass, bro. You gonna be having me on your shoulders like a big ass kid. Like, and I'm gonna be putting my hands up like, yay!
So we're gonna broadcast all of that live, and we're gonna do something with charity, with it. Just as a reminder for anyone who hasn't entered the contest today for CBD gum, you can.
Hey, this is
time.
this is gonna look like.
You still need to get that video game thing popping too.
Come on, man. You know you wrong for agreeing to this, dude.
Stated the applicant here is Be Well.
No, you wrong.
The proposed location is 220 Commercial Street, Unit 2, located.
I think somebody muted Kieran.
They are seeking a retail license.
So yeah, everyone jump
Again,
out there.
additional information.
The contest is where we're hanging out with
Nah,
Beantown.
the computer
for the
muted.
next 10 minutes.
The computer muted him because he realized the stupid deal he agreed to. He didn't want to be a part of it.
So essentially, I mean, if you were a sports sports analyst, you'd probably say that, you know,
Yes,
Kieran's
Mr.
probably
Chairman.
going to lose and that
Go
he's going to
ahead.
be carrying Eric
I just
on
wanted
his
to-
shoulders.
The name of
Which
the
is
applicant
much worse
actually
than-
very
which is
similar
much worse
to
than
a
losing
name of
the
an
race
existing
on
licensee.
camera
And I just wanted to have Mr. Potvin speak to whether they were affiliated and note that they are not in the same geographic area, if Mr. Potvin can do that.
So right now we're listening to the Cannabis Control
Yes,
Commission
Commissioner Doyle.
process
It is very
changes
similar
in
to another
Massachusetts.
licensee, which is Be Well, but BE Well Holdings. They are not affiliated from the information that's been submitted to the
There's still
commission.
some of
There's
this
no
Sure.
individuals or entities that appear to be affiliated with.
So you know what's
both,
funny? Chris Almeida this morning
before mentioned
had his
Be Well
show and
and
he had
Mr.
really
Crunch
good reviews,
applicants.
2 pages.
Additionally,
and so I decided we would go live
this
to his
location
page
is
since he got
Provincetown,
some good
Mass.
reviews, and
The
nobody's
other
watching.
application for this applicant is also located in Provincetown, Mass.
Chris, that's
which
how
is,
hardcore your fans are if
distinctly
you're watching.
geographically different than Be Well Holdings.
Or they just all know who I am.
Applicant, I don't decide with BE.
Who did he talk to?
Any other comments or questions or requested conditions?
Who did he end up talking to?
And could I ask, please, Commissioner McBride to make the motion to approve the staff recommendation on Be Well Holdings. Commissioner Gold, would you second that motion, please?
Second.
Thank
So,
you. Sure,
folks,
Commissioner
we're listening to the
McBride,
commission
seconded
go
by
through the list of
Commissioner
names
Gold.
that they're approving
Can I have those, please, Commissioner?
as we edge closer to Beantown, Greentown, so we can all
Commissioner Flanagan,
cheer and,
Commissioner McBride,
oh my God, this tincture.
Commissioner Title,
Aye.
Commissioner Hoffman, aye. Let the record show that the commission unanimously approved the staff recommendation to issue a provisional license to Be Well Holdings Incorporated, MRN 282825. Thank you very much. The next 4 licenses are all under the same CNA Stores Incorporated, MCN 282190, Tier 4 Indoor Cultivation, MPN 281. You got your cursor right over the number there, Erica. Move the cursor. Okay. I'm going to assume it's MPN 281691, product manufacturer, MRN 281744 retail, MRN 282576 retail. Mr. Potvin.
It's exciting, folks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The applicant, as you stated, is CNA Stores Incorporated. Their first 2 applications, which are the cultivation and product manufacturing applications. The proposed location for them is 57 South Hunt Road in Amesbury, Mass.
To get their license, and they're about to get their provisional.
Their
So the
third
provisional
application, which is a retail application,
means that they can
the proposed location for that is 558 River
start
Street,
working to
located
open their
in
doors.
Averyl,
So it's
Mass.
like a 90-day process
And
once they
then
have the
the
provisional.
second retail
Oh, look, Keith
application that's
Laham
before you for this
joined.
applicant is located, the proposed location would
Look,
be
Keith-
77 Mason
Keith is
Street,
awake. He's
located
in his
in
car.
Amesbury, Mass.
He's right there. He's down in
With
the
that
center.
said, there's
Keith
information
is
contained within 3
in the Brady
executive
Bunch. Who was in the
summaries for
bottom?
these 4 applications.
I think that was Mike Brady. Mike Brady. So Keith is the Mike Brady of
After
Beantown,
recommend the
Greentown right
issuance
now.
of provisional licenses subject to the conditions contained within those executive summaries.
We're gonna go over to these
Thank
guys.
you, Mr. Potvin. These are all 4 of these applications were expedited based upon qualification as a business enterprise. Is that correct?
These guys have been working for years now.
That is correct,
Waiting
sir.
for this moment.
Thank you. And then
in Massachusetts, so many
Commissioner
businesses
Flanagan has
have
requested the
died on the
following
vine
condition.
while they were waiting.
Provide
for
more
approval. They were
details
bleeding
on
money.
all 4 of these licenses. Provide more details relative to the social media campaign by stating specific topics that will be highlighted
They're
and
gonna be
who the
yelling in a
intended
minute.
audience is.
So these 9 guys
Are
that
there
you
any
see
other questions or
are part of
comments or requests for additional
Beantown, Greentown. Make sure you
additional
follow
conditions?
and like them on Instagram. We're actually doing a giveaway with them very soon.
And Commissioner Title, could I ask you please to make a motion to approve the staff recommendation subject to Commissioner Flanagan's recommended condition?
So moved.
Commissioner McBride, can I ask you to second, please?
I just want
Thank you.
what you're about to see
Commissioner
is
Doyle, your
them
vote?
going nuts.
Aye.
Commissioner
These 9
Flanagan?
guys and a few more of them
Commissioner
are all
McBride?
part of a group that's been working hard for a
Commissioner
couple of years
Title?
now.
Aye.
Commissioner Hoffman, aye. Let the record show that the commission unanimously approved the staff recommendation to issue the following provisional licenses subject to the additional condition requested by Commissioner Flanagan. CNA Stores Incorporated, MCN 281-282-190, cultivation, MPN 281-691, product manufacturer, MRN 281-744,
It's a little like watching
retail,
paint dry
MRN
for now.
282-576, retail. Thank you very much.
We can come back to this view for a second, even though Eric's watching this thing. But yeah, Mary Palmer, thanks for joining. Jason Trenholm, and thanks to everyone that's still watching.
Retail,
here,
which I believe is also
Beantown, Greentown.
an expedited application based upon disadvantaged business enterprise qualification. Is that correct, Mr. Botman?
And below them is the meeting with the Cannabis Control Commission in Massachusetts as they're reading off licensure approvals.
The license being sought is a retail license. There's additional information contained
Keith
within
Layham
the
is now in the
executive
Cindy
summary for your
Brady
review and
spot
consideration.
of the Brady
And with
Bunch.
that said, Commission staff do recommend the issuance of a provisional license subject to the conditions before you.
Thank you. Are there any questions or requests for conditions on this
I
application?
don't know. These guys deserve it. They've been a big part of the community. They've been
Then could I ask please for a motion to approve
helping.
the staff recommendation?
And we're,
from Commissioner
they
Boyle?
deserve for us to go live.
So moved.
Earlier we were live
Thank
with
you.
Averyl
Mr.
Andrade.
Cotto, would
Today's,
you
I think
second
it's
that,
one of those
please?
days where we,
Second.
I don't know. It's just there's a few people in the community that deserve some recognition.
Commissioner Boyle, your
And
vote?
Averyl,
Commissioner
Averyl
Flanagan?
is one of them, and then so is
Commissioner
Beantown,
McBride?
Greentown.
Aye.
Commissioner Cotto?
Sorry the screen's a little messy,
Commissioner Hoffman, aye.
folks.
Let the record
This
show
was
that
kind of
Commissioner
impromptu. I was trying to
Boyle
throw it together while we were doing it and figure out how it was going to look and work. And I,
MRN 283-001. Thank you. Next up is.
I mean, you
420
know it's important
Industries,
when dudes
company,
are bringing their family
NEN
members like this. Here we go.
281-535, which is micro business and is therefore expedited based upon its licensed category. Mr. Potvin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The applicant here is
Let's listen
420
as Beantown,
Industries.
Greentown gets their
The
provisional
license being
license,
sought
folks.
is a micro business license that would perform cultivation and product manufacturing operations. There's additional information contained within this executive summary. One thing to point out is that they did receive expedited review, not only because of the license type, but also because of social equity participant.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That was in my notes. I missed that. Thank you, Mr. Potvin.
You're welcome. As
Yeah,
stated,
Andrew, we're
additional
trying to listen to you
information
guys.
contained within the executive summary for your review.
This is it.
Therefore, Commission
This
staff
is
do
it for
recommend
Beantown,
the
Greentown.
issuance of a provisional license subject to the conditions before you.
Thank you very much. Before I ask for additional conditions, let me, I've had requests for two conditions, one from Commissioner Flanagan, one from Commissioner Title. Commissioner Flanagan requests
This is
that
really
we
exciting.
the following condition on this application, provide information on how donations to MRCC and C3RN will specifically impact the mentioned disproportionately impacted area. The letters do not provide such information. So that's Commissioner Flanagan. Let me just change screens to get to
Keith Layham is back in the Cindy Brady position.
title. And on 420 Industries, the condition that she has requested is to revise diversity plan to define people from diverse backgrounds and adjust 10% goal to be objectively reasonable.
So right now they're just going through the
Those two conditions,
necessary
before I
review
ask for a
steps
motion, are there other,
to be able to approve them, to have the commissioners all one by one approve Beantown, Greentown's provisional license for the state of
Commissioner
Massachusetts.
You might have a comment on this.
I'm going to withhold comment at this point, Mr. Chairman. I think Commissioner Flanagan's condition gets at what my concerns were.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments?
Are the concerns that you guys grow fireweed?
Okay, thank you. Then could I ask please for a motion to approve the staff recommendation to issue a provisional license to 420 Industries subject to the conditions requested by Commissioners Title and Flanagan. Commissioner McBride, would you make such a motion, please?
Beantown, Greentown.
So moved.
History in the making.
Would you second the motion, please?
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Doyle, your vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Flanagan?
Aye.
Commissioner McBride?
Aye.
Commissioner Title?
Aye.
Commissioner Hoffman, aye. Let the record show the commission unanimously approved the staff recommendation to issue a provisional license to 420 Industries Company. And can you, you move too fast.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Yeah. You guys did it.
Yeah, baby.
You guys did it.
Go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Wow, congrats, guys. Congrats.
You guys, man.
Oh, Beantown. It's amazing.
Special.
So happy for you guys.
That's awesome.
Buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Bro. Woo! I love my whole team, man.
Yeah, brother.
Thanks, man.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buddy.
Almost ran me a cop over on that one.
Oh my God, Keith. Jesus
The whole thing was, hey, yo, bro, thank you, yo. Oh my God.
rolled up.
Hey, where's the flash?
Fucking awesome. Hey, what's up, brother?
What's
What's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, that's right.
Mikey, what's up? Ricky, you're still in the zone, huh, buddy?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Love
Let's
it,
go,
man.
Stevie. Let's get it. Yo, my big homie, dog.
Folks,
I love
if you're
y'all,
watching right
bro.
now, Beantown, Greentown just got their provisional license in the state of Massachusetts. We tuned in live while we all listened to the Cannabis Control Commission.
Bro. Holy shit.
They now have a license to grow cannabis.
How we gotta grow? Time to
Provisional
grow.
license gives them 60 to 90 days, I believe, to be able to have time to set up their business so that they can open their doors.
All right, quick question.
Damn.
Andrew.
Yeah.
So, you know how they said all businesses that are necessities, right?
Yeah.
Well, do we classify as necessity now because of the 158% in uptake, and now they're allowing people like us to grow for medical?
Possibly, but we still got to go through a whole lot of work to get there. So for the listening audience that's listening, just because we got approval today doesn't mean you'll see our products on the shelves tomorrow. We're going to have to go through building our facility and then going through final inspections and all that. So the goal right now is to have weed on the shelves by January 2021.
Yes.
Yeah. So excited for you guys. So excited.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks for having us on, Mikey and Eric. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Congratulations.
Wow, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yes. 4 years.
Time to work, boys. Time to work.
I'm already ready.
Time to work indeed. We're back on now. We gotta put their volume down just a hair over here so that so that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just to sort of continue today's stretching of my technical legs.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be getting on Goldie, Piff, and Grant Smith, and I'm hoping that both of them are ready. So I'm gonna hit them up real quick and see what the deal is. A little later on, if I have the mental fortitude, I'll bring up a picture of that Eggs Benedict that Rodney, the chef, in the comments sent us. Roll call. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us through all of that. For some of you who know Beantown, Greentown, and those guys, I'm sure that was awesome. And good morning, Hako. Shout out to you. For those of you that stuck with us through that, we appreciate that, because that was a really important moment, actually. And there's many of them, but that was an important moment, sort of in like the evolution of Massachusetts cannabis law. It's one of the groups that have, lots of big companies have been getting to open businesses, and a lot of the small businesses haven't been happening. And Beantown, Greentown is a small business in Massachusetts, so they finally got their license to grow cannabis. They've been waiting for years for this. So excited for them. So now it's that time of the show where we're gonna try to get Goldie and Grant on. I just gotta fix some titles for a second. It's kind of like my but I do have it all set up.
Incredible,
mostly.
outstanding, Sheila.
Kind of excited about that. Today definitely though made my whole thing a mess in here. All right, so Yeah, we need that one. Let's do this one.
What y'all up to today? I'm hungry. Oh shit.
So, up next we're gonna have Goldie, Piff, and Grant Smith on. I'm gonna check in with both of them. I think we're ready. I'm gonna check in with both of them to make sure that they're ready. Let's get Grant on here. And to Goldie and Grant, thank you so much for being patient. I know you guys love Beantown, Greentown as well. But thanks for assuming that you have. Thanks for sticking. Thanks for sticking through the show with us. And thanks to everyone else too.
Thanks for sticking
that was really cool, by the way. Like, we had, I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
understands, we had like all kinds of like weird live mix stuff going on from all over the place today. It's exhausting, and I'm hungry. I think that's really what it is. Oh, Grant's ready. Awesome. All right, so Grant, I'm going to come to you first. And then Goldie, we're going to come to you in just a second. Actually, we'll bring them both on. And Goldie, just so you know, Grant is going to do a quick recap of the CCC meeting, and then I think we can all get into it. And I'm excited for this. And I'm hungry.
Man. Biscuits and gravy, Craig? Damn, that sounds good. I'm trying to get some of that. I want some of that. Biscuits and gravy.
Grant Smith,
Make some
welcome
eggs or something.
to the show. I'm just going to unmute my audio here so we can hear you too. How are you, Grant?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you doing?
We're doing very well, thank you. And Grant, hold on just a moment, and I'm going to get Goldie on with us, okay?
Wonderful. I'll be here.
And
Damn, if y'all in the comments, wake up. Where everybody at in the comments?
Interesting.
I don't see nobody commenting nothing.
Huh.
No food. What
It's
y'all
interesting. It's not
smoking
letting me-
on?
Grant, do you have the ability to add Goldie in?
What y'all
No,
smoking
this
on?
is the first time I will have tried, but why not? Let's see what I can do.
If you hover over the screen, and there might be a thing to add participant or add person.
See what y'all smoking on.
If not, we'll figure it out in just a second. We can always have you on first. I was hoping to have you on with Goldie because I thought that would be really nice.
Oh, yeah, that would be really fun. The only option I have, unfortunately, is to open chat, so I don't know how to add participant.
Interesting.
Well, that's all right. That was a nice segment with Beantown, Greentown.
Yo, wake up. Where everybody at? Nobody in the chat.
It gives people time.
I think
to
everybody
pop-
logged off. Y'all fake.
gives
Y'all
people
fake
time to
fans.
pop in between
That's the way I
segments
feel.
Anyway, so
Yeah, well, and so actually, let's see if I can. Let's see what happens when I hit the.
Craig said I'm blazing when you touch head and Dube's Todd. I am smoking some lovely Captain Cake. Is that what that is? Nice. Agent Orange for the way.
Hi,
I
Goldie.
heard his voice, so I didn't expect the camera. Hey, y'all.
How are you?
Good.
All right, I'm gonna get Grant on with us right now. Managing to get this to work. It's always surprising. How are you today, Goldie?
Good. Sitting in the car, smoking.
All right, let's see if we can get Grant on here. And then I may have to eventually fix some.
Hey, ringing. I'm here sewing masks, so I'm quiet on the chat.
Goldie, I have Eric here.
Hi, Goldie.
Also,
Eric.
How are you?
There's Grant.
There we go.
All right, so give me just a moment here. Goldie, do me a favor and hold your phone like sideways. Oh, I guess it doesn't like to adjust. You can put it back the other way. We will do it that way. And I'm just going to see if I can get us off the screen because we need to see Goldie. And
I mean, we can do just my voice. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine, Goldie.
So Grant Smith and Goldie Piff, thank you guys so much for joining us. We finally have you both on the screen right now. Thanks for being so patient today as we sort of try to do some weird special stuff with both Averyl Andrade and with Beantown Greentown. But welcome both of you. Grant, thanks for joining us, and Goldie, thanks for joining us too.
Yep. Happy birthday, Averyl, and congratulations to Beantown Greentown.
Grant, I know that you were watching the CCC meeting, as were many of us. Are there what sort of updates other than the awesome news that Beantown got their provisional? What other sort of stuff came out of the meeting today?
Well, as I think a lot of folks know who followed the show closely, we talked a little bit last time I was on a few days ago about how there's been a hold in Massachusetts on the adult use industry. So medical cannabis right now is operational, but adult use is not. And that was due to an order by the governor, Charlie Baker. So part of today's Cannabis Control Commission meeting, as you said, was issuing licenses. But the other part of the discussion was talking about what the CCC can do to actually allow those licensees to operate once their licenses are issued. Because Beantown, Greentown, a lot of the other folks today who got their licenses are adult use applicants. And so to enable them to be able to operate, the commission has developed a program wherein those operators can enter into an agreement with a medical operation to sell their product from the adult use supply chain into the medical supply chain. And while we don't know if this will be necessary, say 3, 4, 5 months from now, it does let these operators get seeds in the ground. And that allows them to at least continue operating. And that's huge because otherwise these smaller businesses might have gone out of business, even if they got their license, if they couldn't get seeds in the ground.
Gotcha. Yeah, so what do we expect out of the CCC moving forward in terms of trying to come up with a resolution, or do we know any sort of timelines, or what are we looking at moving forward with them?
They said tomorrow, well, on that specific initiative, tomorrow there will be more information released about how folks can go about obtaining that waiver if they're adult use applicants. And another area that they'll be working on, although this was already being worked on, is attempting to allow adult use cannabis businesses to obtain funds from the state recovery or bailout program, because cannabis businesses are exempt from the federal SAVES program, which just passed, the $2 trillion bill. So giving those small businesses access to funds on the state level to allow them to remain open will be important as well.
And we are actually seeing a lot of cannabis businesses in Massachusetts doing some level of layoffs. Is that right?
Yeah, Netta laid off some people overnight from what I heard through the grapevine. Other companies have been downsizing. So and that is some bigger companies will be able to take the brunt of this, but the smaller companies like the co-ops, family farms, micro businesses, they're the ones who are really in jeopardy. And so it's crucial we get those folks access to capital sooner rather than later.
Well, and Grant, I suppose that and Goldy is in Massachusetts is both an activist, but and Goldy, forgive me if I don't remember. I thought you were an EE applicant. Are you EE or SE?
I'm an EE and SE.
Gotcha. You're both good. I have you labeled correctly then on the screen. So Grant and Goldy, I mean, with what's coming up now, and I guess with the potential to tap in to emergency funds, does this at all equate into any sort of relief for existing EE applicants that are still in the process, or people that are trying to trying to continue to plan toward a point where we saw Beantown hit today? There's a lot of folks that are still reaching for that, striving for that. So how does how does what the Cannabis Control Commission is talking about, how does that affect applicants that haven't hit that point yet, that are still in the process?
No, Goldie.
Brandon, you want me to go?
Oh yeah, I think. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. These last couple of weeks, I've kind of been out of the loop a little bit because we're working down on our farm. And so I have no time for the internet. I'm getting back and I'm exhausted. So I haven't caught up much. But so far, I can tell you, as Averyl can, for farmers, this is a serious time for us. And we're having a hard time as it is. And right now, I'm thinking food over cannabis. So we've been working on planting and doing the things we need to do for the farm and getting the farm prepared. I know better than to wait on whether it's the CCC or any other state government helping us out. It's never really directly benefited my community. It always seems to trickle last, so there's no reason for me to put myself on hold. We have to keep moving forward and figure out what we can do and continue pushing on what we have started. And our thing is really reaching to the people. Right now, it's just building that community support and making people understand this is why we were saying that home grow was so important times like this, where we don't have the money to access. And I'm glad to see that the CCC understands for those that are really harmed and need this as a medical necessity, as they would say, that they understand money's going to be short and the businesses that are open can do more to help them out. So I'm glad on that part. But as far as helping EEs directly, I haven't seen anything yet. Brandon, is there something you can tell us?
Well, no, I mean, there's certainly nothing that's happened yet, but some of the ideas, obviously before this pandemic hit, the Senator Chang Diaz, Sonia Chang Diaz, who's the co-chair of the Joint Cannabis Policy Committee on Beacon Hill, proposed a budget amendment last year to create a fund independent of this pandemic to help assist smaller social equity and economic empowerment applicants with zero interest or low interest loans. And that obviously didn't pass as a budget amendment, but it's been brought up again for discussion independent of the pandemic. So that's one thing. So potentially expediting that in light of the emergency situation. But the other thing is that the commission is talking about ways to, I think, talk to lawmakers about endorsing a plan to allow small cannabis businesses, whether they're social equity, economic empowerment, or otherwise, say micro business, veteran-owned business, women-owned business, to have access to a state bill that's going to be passed in the coming weeks. So one bill that was passed by the state so far was 4580, H4580, and that allowed local towns and municipalities to get assistance. The next bill that's going to be passed by the state is going to be more related to things like unemployment and worker assistance programs. And as part of that, there's a movement right now to include relief for cannabis businesses. So emergency legislation happens faster than regular legislation, but I don't know if cannabis businesses will end up in the final bill. We'll have to watch that closely.
And hopefully we'll hear something about some direct funds directly helping these that have been waiting from the beginning. And we're promised that we'll be funded in some way, somehow. Maybe we can stop dragging our feet and really lay some real fire under everyone. It's not just on the commission, it's not just state legislators, it's all of us. We all have to make the move at once.
Well, and Goldie, I think that's, you're absolutely right, but there's also the question of like, what's the call to action? At a certain point, I think we've struggled for a long time with that, where, people are hurting, but there's not necessarily solutions that are being offered up to really alleviate some of the specific things that people are going through as they're trying to. And really, for folks out there that don't know the background, economic empowerment is the idea that folks that were damaged by the war on drugs all along, now that cannabis has become legal, that there needs to be reparations of some, I use the word reparations, but reparations of some sort to help to repair the damage that was done by the war on drugs. And so, I'm sorry, go ahead and step in, Goldie. I can tell Go ahead.
You know, it's just really sad to say, but the last, you know, it's always the last thought. And I know a lot of people get tired of hearing me say this, but it's my community that has been affected the most. And yet we're the last thought always. I'm glad that they're suing as a group, suing for recreational, but it's just a shame when us EEs were screaming, or let me rephrase this, Black EEs were screaming, saying, we can't breathe. We have no space here. We don't have a seat at the table. The door's been open and we're standing on the sidelines. We need help. We need this. We need that. It's been ignored. And I just think everyone, we have to think about what this has been about from the beginning. If we're trying to right our wrongs, I don't see us moving in that direction. I think it's becoming harder and harder, and a lot of people are being left behind. And I hear a lot of people saying, well, it's not cut out for everyone. This business isn't cut out for everyone. Well, when we were getting pulled over and arrested and you know everything else that goes along with it, we didn't ask for it either. We can make our way. We're going to be introducing some proposals to some legislators and see if we can get something shaking. But whether you're Black or not, you have to understand how this has damaged our community, in that we demand a seat at the table. And we've been saying it over and over again. But Black people are really struggling. We're not even making it through the municipalities, most of us. Just getting those, you know, simple meetings that people think of going to your town hall or city hall, it's not that easy for us. And yes, it's getting lawyers, but we have to set this up where it's equal for everyone. So no matter where you are on the ladder, what type of education you have, it's accessible to all of us, all of us. This SE program has been a joke to me. I don't know, I'm having a hard time swallowing all this. The EE, SE, it's just all of it. We were told as EEs to sit back and wait for this SE to be rolled out, and they were gonna give us the assistance. Then you gotta apply again. I apply, you're denied, and it's not just my story, this is other people. I walk around the city, well, I was before. One of my favorite things is standing out on the corners and speaking to the regular public, just regular people, and explaining. Here in Dorchester, Mattapan, Roxbury, you ask them who the CCC is, no clue. I'm an entrepreneur. I have to be out here being an advocate. We're on the streets trying to communicate. But now with this Corona, how do we change this? How can we keep the public engaged in? Yeah, it's just a lot going on. Sorry.
Well, and Goldie, it's been tough because it sort of feels sometimes like the status, both EE and SC statuses are more sort of, they're being more utilized as procedural loopholes as opposed to really helping people, right? It's helping business people accelerate through the process. In many cases, at least on the state level, they get, you know, they'll get priority over many other businesses to go through the state part of the process. But like you're saying, you know, having economic empowerment status or social equity status doesn't mean that your mayor of a local town is going to be comfortable or welcoming having you come in to have a meeting to say, hey, I'd like to open up a cannabis business in your town. And I think that certainly on the municipal level, I think it's sort of, it doesn't mean that this is I can't speak to if this happens a lot, but I can see the circumstances leaving it ripe for some level of abuse, where it's really just to get through the municipal level. You know, if I happen to be friends with the mayor, I'm sure it's a lot easier for me to get through that process than if I'm not friends with the mayor. And so, ergo, you do reach a point where let's be frank, does a white mayor feel comfortable, you know, allowing a person of color to come in and open a business in their town? And you'd like to say, of course, but, you know, we are dealing with sort of like, this is one of those situations on the municipal level where it leaves it ripe for like personal bias.
Right. So this is one of the complaints that I've been saying to the commission from day one at the beginning of our battle. I'm Black no matter where I go. You can label me whatever you want, but the first thing you're going to see about me is that I'm a Black woman. And so you just saying that I'm in EE, just go apply. It's just this easy. All you need to do is this or that. Talk to this one. Some people just completely shut down the moment they see you, or if you don't carry a certain degree or what have you. So there's so many variables in this that it's hard for others to understand. You hear people growing frustrated. Oh, all you're doing is complaining. The system has been set up against my community from day one. And here we are again, being blocked out. We have a few people that are making it through, but why do we have more SEs coming through than EEs? There's only a small number of EEs. Why aren't they making it through? Why aren't we even making it to provisional licenses? What's holding us up? I don't want to have a public forum to go and air my grievances for the big businesses to hear where my weakness is and where I need help. I want to sit down with the commissions one-on-one with just EEs and hear what our struggles are. Why aren't we making it through? Why is it only one's been approved? Why do we only have a few in the pipeline? And out of those, how many are Black? Yes, I said it again, Black. This is a real problem within our state. This is huge, and we're missing out. And while all of our lives have so much going on, we have to make this a priority. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to be an activist, a lobbyist, or anything else. I just know I'm trying to fight for what's right for my community. I have brothers and sisters and uncles that have really, really been torn down over this. And I refuse to sit back and continue to let my community be locked out because of lack of knowledge. We have to continue educating our community, but we need some sort of bridge to gap this through.
Well, it's interesting, Goldie, because there have been times that that all of us actually on this call, the four of us, have been in places sort of trying to fight for other people and trying to, just fight for the rights of folks who are struggling through a lot of these processes. But it's interesting because I think it really comes down to almost like moral compass, right? Because it's about being able to operate. It's about finding that sort of balance between business and, operating with.
But our America has never been built like that for my community. So the same rules don't apply for us that apply for everyone else. Yes, it's down on paper like that, but our worlds are just polar opposites. And I know everyone doesn't feel comfortable hearing that, but everything we address, I don't just fight for cannabis. We do homeless, everything that affects the Black life. And understanding more of this cannabis has opened my eyes in ways that I kind of wish I was still the blind sheep. More has to be done for those that were harmed. And yes, there were white folks that were arrested for it and had their life screwed up too. But we're talking about generations of families that have and continue to be torn apart and kicked over this. We got to do better, folks.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, to me, economic empowerment for me, it's in Massachusetts, and really because we're ahead of most other states, as it is. It's really lip service. To me, economic empowerment should equate equity. It should equate something akin to like land ownership. And I think that like every time that somebody does something to sort of try to say that they're sort of repairing the harm that's been done, and it doesn't include something like that, but it's really, you're just providing something to somebody that ends up getting consumed and goes away, right? Like land doesn't go away, like equity in theory doesn't go away, but giving you a check for $1,000 or or $10,000 or $100,000, like eventually that money usually just goes away. And so for economic empowerment in Massachusetts to me, it sort of primarily feels like entry-level jobs. Like, so even when EE applicants finally get approved in the state of Massachusetts, the idea that like it's going to hire a bunch of folks from affected communities within Massachusetts is great. that should be happening anyway. But for folks that like are still sitting in jail for crimes from 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, for stuff that is now legal, stuff that now big corporations are now making millions of dollars, and there are still folks in jail for that. And the idea is like, oh, well, of course, let them out eventually. And then, what are we going to do to help them? Oh, well, we're going to wipe their record out, which, wiping the record out actually doesn't suddenly explain a 20-year gap in somebody's life. So people don't understand, like, oh, well, yeah, if you have a record, you have difficulty getting a job. But then when you go to get a job and they say, well, what have you been doing for 20 years? And now you're either going to lie to your new employer, or you're going to tell them, well, actually, I was in jail, but my record got expunged, which is why you can't see it. Like none of those are good answers for folks. And we're like, I get it. So there are folks that go to prison for serious crimes, and sure, people who were in jail for cannabis-related crimes years ago broke the law at the time, and so, they broke the law, and even if the punishment was wickedly, overpowering, they broke a law that they knew was, they weren't supposed to be driving with a bunch of pot in their car. They got caught with a bunch of pot, and so in their state they go to jail. But now these days, like, it's time for us to let them out, but it's also I don't know. I'm sorry I'm being so long-winded about this,
you're right with that, because that's one thing I've always said. It might start over you getting caught. I smoke in my car all the time because I can't smoke where I live. So this is my smoke spot. So if a cop decided to be an asshole and come and harass me, it would be a problem. But we don't have safe spaces. But that's not where I was going with this. I'm sorry. But that one charge is a ripple effect. It isn't a big deal to a lot of people, but for a lot of folks that I know, it's a trickle effect. So you go to court because you got caught with a dime bag. Something small might not even be something big. But now you have to keep going to court. You lose your job. You still got to hustle to make that money to pay your fines. But you can't get another job because you keep having to go to court. And then you end up getting in trouble for something else. So it's like a ripple effect that has happened in our communities. And I don't know, I think expungement is great, but just like you're saying, Mike, there's a big deal there. You still have to confront this and be honest about the whole situation. Sometimes it leads to a bad place. Other times, people are lucky and, the judge just dismissed it right away. I'm like, damn, how'd you do that? Where other people are going to court for 2 years over a simple charge. So yes, people aren't going in jail in Massachusetts serving time over cannabis, just a cannabis related charge right now. But we have a lot of people that are still suffering are in prison outside of prison, meaning they can't join back into society because of the decisions that might have started over cannabis or something as simple as cannabis. Whether you were in the car smoking a blunt with your boys at the time, things have changed so quickly for us, we forget. But that was a big deal before. You'd never be in a car smoking because you're too paranoid they're going to come tear up your car and everyone's going to jail over that one blunt. Yeah.
Well, and I think I'm willing to say, and it's probably not usually super popular with white folks because it makes them feel a little uncomfortable, but racism is definitely like a white on everyone else thing. So just to sort of, I'm saying this because when Goldie starts talking about,
I don't look for anyone to validate it in any way because I live it daily. The shit hasn't changed. This cannabis industry is racist as fuck. It's very racist. And others can say it isn't, but you're not walking through it as a black man or a woman. I tell you, no lie, this shit, it tears on your soul. Like, you have to be up for this. We're in it for the long haul. I'm not looking for a shortcut. We have our family land that's been our family for over 150 years. That's where I want to plant my seeds. And until then, I'll keep pushing to get people in. I'm not great with my words, so I don't go speak in front of legislators, but I'll be out on the streets getting people to show up to make them understand what we have to lose here. Hopefully in the end, I don't know what we're going to do to save this cannabis industry and make sure that real inclusion and equity comes about. We have a great opportunity, but it feels like it's slipping right through.
Yeah, and I mean, just from my sort of generic opinion on it, like, I feel even if Massachusetts is sort of leading the charge with it, you know, it's lip service. It definitely fell short. It's not doing what it could have done. You know, it's doing some things, and that's great because that's better than nothing. And it's, you know, sometimes in life you need to kind of take baby steps and sort of ramp things up. But in the meantime, you're right. There was a huge opportunity here, and we sort of squandered it, you know, I think, because there's too many folks like you, Goldie, that and Chauncey, who was also a guest on the show a couple of weeks ago, and other folks that have been getting squashed. You know, like, this was supposed to be an equal opportunity chance, and it's turned into something that, like, really just financially decimated most folks that decided they were going to take the chance on it.
And I have to say this, like, you see Chauncey, you see myself. I haven't applied. I wanted to make this clear to people. We're a co-op, and so I felt like supporting the smaller businesses and getting more Black businesses started was important for us. So we were working on that and just dealing with the policies and stuff. But as we see, I'm just high and I lost my thoughts, y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, if I can weigh in. No, it's important because you're pointing to a fundamental breakdown in the efficacy of the implementation of what priority status meant for social equity and economic empowerment applicants. And so the biggest breakdown folks have to realize is that when this process started, economic empowerment were put on an equal playing field with corporate medical dispensaries. And those medical dispensaries were basically treated the same as an economic empowerment in the priority review queue. Now, that problem is even further compounded because in order to even have your priority review on the state level come into play, you have to get through the municipal licensing process, which you guys touched on a little bit earlier. That municipal licensing process is heavily weighted against economic empowerment and social equity applicants. And the places that did try to exclude corporate RMDs for a few years and delay their ability to open to give that local level priority to EEs and SEs, like Cambridge, they got sued by one of those corporate RMDs, Revolutionary Clinics. And unfortunately, the reality is that in this case, it may well take going to lawmakers and saying, don't just design the law so that municipalities can delay RMDs from opening. Allow these municipalities to give these economic empowerment and social equity applicants their full priority. Because only by doing that are folks like Chauncey and every other EE applicant going to get to the front of the line. In reality, although programs like the one in Boston and other places have tried to expedite priority, they've actually kind of had the unintended consequence of hurting the people in the state EE and SE program. And so that's another thing that state lawmakers can do, which hopefully they will do, which is take up this issue of how can we get EE and SE applicants through the municipal licensing process. And how can we write a law on the state level that mandates that they have to take into consideration EE and SE status when giving that local level priority? And I'm hoping that they do that. I don't know if it'll happen in the short term, but it's a fix that has to happen.
What do you think about that, Goldie?
So I remembered my thought where I had left off, but Grant, that was absolutely right. But where you see a lot about Chauncey, myself, and a few other Black people, yes, we don't speak for everyone, but a lot of people don't feel comfortable coming out and speaking out because once you're known, you're known. And so when I go to the town halls, you know, they're already kind of defensive. So I understand there's not a lot of people that want to speak out about this if you're trying to get in the industry, but listen, once you get ahead, it doesn't mean all these problems are forgotten. You've got to reach back and do the right thing. You've got to reach back and help out and help. Once you get in, it doesn't mean you stop worrying about what the legislation is passing and what the community really wants. I just don't want people to lose sight of things.
Well, and it's really tough too, right? Because a lot of these folks that suddenly are given the green light to go ahead with their business suddenly become very busy with that business and concerned, I'm sure, with the success of it and everything else. And so suddenly there's less time, you know, maybe to feel like they have to, you know, to be able to give back or help other folks out that are going through the same stuff.
I think we'll be in good hands. We've had some great rollouts coming out. So once we get our locals established, maybe our locals are going to do it. Well, I believe most of our locals are going to do the right thing and be stand-up folks that really reach back and help make change and make things possible, whether it's just mentorship or, you know, a lot of them, I know you can just reach out and ask anything and they're willing to help. And hopefully we'll see more of that, and that hopefully incentivize towns and cities to consider the locals as a priority. We don't want to hear more of these cities that are just all out of town businesses and you have no local economic or SEs in there. It doesn't make sense. We're going to hire from our own, so why wouldn't you hire and support our businesses? So I don't know.
Yeah, well, and certainly,
it's gonna be exciting, guys.
I mean, you know, that's a point well taken. And then even when you add on top of it that like 90% of all cannabis businesses are going to fail, it's such an uphill battle, right? Because it's funny, you know, and I'm not to sort of get off the point, but whenever I hear people talking about how like all of the dispensaries sell mids, meaning like they're not selling high-end product, they're selling mid-range product. And the problem is that when you start growing at scale, you know, there's lots of shortcuts to take that equate to automation and productivity.
That's why we say craft cannabis.
Well, but that's so, and
promote that local homegrown.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting because the craft industry in California has never done all that great, and you'd think there'd be a lot of people out there that had money too to help to support a more costly product out there.
It's a little different in Massachusetts, and I'd love to tell you guys about this, which I'm sure you've heard about before. But so craft businesses in Massachusetts tend to be micro businesses, like we were talking about with Beantown, Greentown, and Massachusetts did something very special for them, which is when they were designing how recreational or adult use delivery was going to be set up, they said there was going to be two different types of delivery. One is what's called like a third-party transporter or delivery license, where basically it's like Uber Eats. You can buy a fleet of cars, pick up cannabis at retail price from dispensaries, and deliver it and charge a delivery fee. So that's one kind. And then they created this special other kind of delivery for micro businesses that allows them to retail their craft cannabis directly to the public. And that means they are the only license type in Massachusetts, other than brick and mortar stores, that can actually take their cannabis and retail it directly with no middleman. And so that is actually that very well may make them sustainable, those particular types of businesses, for decades to come.
Yeah, point well taken. And Grant, offhand, do we know of anyone that's gotten a license approved with a craft designation on it?
Well, micro business, yes, there's 4 now, or there's 3 with provisionals. Well, there's one that's operating, Gibby's Gardens. They're not an SE, I don't think. They might be. I don't think so. Then there's River Run Gardens has their provisional. They're a micro business. And then today, Beantown, Greentown. Now, the thing is, folks who may have followed the delivery, adult use delivery closely, probably know that those license types are only available to SE and EE applicants for 2 years.
Right.
And so that holds true for the delivery endorsements as well. So it actually, before someone could actually apply for this delivery endorsement as a micro business, they not only needed to get their license as a micro business, they had to be an SE or EE. And we only got the first one of those today with Beantown, Greentown.
Got it. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see how it sort of plays out, and to see if some of these new new micro businesses with the craft designation will take advantage of it, and we'll keep our fingers crossed, because really I think we're all hoping for better product out there. And like Goldie was saying, you know, once we start getting a network of smaller businesses, not only do we need to support each other, but also support the folks that are still trying to fight their way through the process and make it through. So, you know, I'd love to see better product out in the dispensaries. I don't frequent them too often, but when I do, you know, there's usually cannabis available through, you know, gifting and friends and whatnot that's of a higher quality than what you're getting at most dispensaries. At the same time, there's also a lot of junk out there too, and you'd be horrified to know the depths that I've been willing to reduce myself to at times when it's difficult to find something. That said, Goldie, thank you so much to the both of you. I know you were both waiting patiently while we were sort of trying to go live with Beantown and sort of share their celebration with everyone. Before we go, is there anything else that we should bring up? And by the way, Goldie, Grant comes on regularly, but Goldie, I would love to have you back on at some different points so that we can have some very specific conversations around stuff, and maybe bring in some other people to share that conversation if you're up to it. I think Goldie, I think your signal is a little choppy. But Goldie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Right, it's a slow reaction here.
Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, I was saying goodbye.
Okay, yeah, Goldie, thank you so much. You spent so much time with us today. We really appreciate both you and Grant for coming on today, and just kind of having a really good conversation and sort of, I don't know. I think it's important during this time. I think these conversations were sort of being had for a while, and then once we sort of all got tied up with the pandemic, a lot of these conversations sort of stopped happening, and so I think it's important to continue to have them. And thank you both, because you're such both accomplished folks out in the Massachusetts cannabis community, and we really appreciate the time that you spent with us. Goldie, we're going to be out in our car, or my car, doing the same thing in about 10 minutes. And
puff pass.
Yeah. And Grant, we appreciate you as well. It's always, we appreciate the insight. And Grant, folks can catch you on the Young Jerks. Is that correct?
Yeah, by all means. And of course, thank you so much. I had a great time. I always enjoy Goldie's insights. So thank you very much for the chance to come on. And with the Young Jerks, I'll make one announcement. You can follow us on the Young Jerks on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast. But on Monday, April 13th at 5 p.m., and I'm announcing this here for the first time, so exclusive for your audience, I'm going to be interviewing Cannabis Control Commissioner Shalene Title and Rep. China Tyler from Boston at 5 p.m. on the Young Jerks Facebook page. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that ban on recreational or adult use operations and solutions for how to fix that and how to keep this equity conversation in the middle of the discourse going forward, even during the pandemic.
Excellent. That's awesome and amazing. And so we'll look forward to that. And Goldie, if folks want to get a hold of you, I know you're doing some farming right now, but if folks want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Honestly, I'm okay. I'm doing a lot right now, worrying about this farming. I have a lot going on. I wish everyone well, but I'm taking some time away from.
She basically said, "I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't like y'all. Don't contact me. I'm busy."
No, it's not even that. But sometimes we have to do it for our own mental health. And right now, I have a lot of things going on. So I'll be in touch, and those that know me, we stay in touch. When I see people out, that's fun. But
Yeah, I'll call you. Don't call me.
Yeah, basically.
Goldie, Piff, we love you and we appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, and the same to you, Grant. We'll look forward to you on the Young Jerks, and we'll see you both soon, very soon. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Bye, guys.
That was awesome, and they both like immediately bounced. Like the moment I said goodbye, they were like like bloop, like call hung up. That was awesome though, and love both of them. Love Goldie and Grant. They're both great people, and we appreciate them coming on. We got a contest, so let's finish up this contest thing. And so here's the deal. You got like 10. You got like.
First of all,
left.
who's in the
60 seconds
comments? Only people I feel like only people who stuck around with us this long in the comments should be able to participate.
We got the normal crowd all here.
Interesting.
They're all still here. We appreciate you guys.
Well, if y'all here,
that's because you're awesome, and plus that was those of you that stuck around. You know, Grant and Goldie. That's like a rare combination. I don't do that. Neither you nor I do that justice. So, by the way, somebody brought us food. I'm a little bit more alert now because somebody actually brought us a little nibbly. During that interview, we were trying. I was crunching bacon the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. In fact, that's why my tie is down.
Okay, we got Scott here.
Sorry.
Ava.
So we gotta do this giveaway for the Mary Palmer CBD.
Oh wait! I gotta do something real quick.
Okay.
So Rayanne contacted me and she was like, "Hey, my daughter watches the thing and she wants you to say hi." So, hi, how are you doing? Kalia is how you say it.
Hi, Kalia.
Hi, Kalia. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in forever, and then last time you did see me, you was being all mean and stuff, which is kind of mean. So I'm being nice to you right now, and I'm saying hi. But just understand, next time I see you, you better not be mean to me. She's very young, but she understands what I'm saying.
Eric and I both have a lot more energy right now because we both just ate.
Yeah, I have some food.
And so funny thing is the two plates are in front of us. We basically have like identical plates, and then at some point he turns to me and is like, "Do you want my bacon?" Because he doesn't eat meat, and then I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Do you want my cantaloupe and my strawberry?" Because I don't like either of those. I like fruits. I like fruit. I just don't like those two. No, I know you're. Yeah. So.
Pork is bad for you.
That was.
But
it
tastes so
missed
good.
us sharing bacon and fruit. It's sweet. Yeah, it is so cute. All right, so this is the last chance. What you can do, there's a post that's on Disrupt America. If you haven't done it yet, this is your last chance, so get it in right now. Go to Disrupt America. There's a post about today's contest. It has to do with Mary Palmer CBD gum. Share that publicly. Tag Mary Palmer, tag Disrupt Boston. Just hurry up and go do it. Tag us if you can, but don't let that hold you up. Just hurry up and share it. And then we're going to pick... man, I close my eyes a lot on camera, huh? I'm like watching this thing. I close my eyes a lot. It's weird.
I don't like looking at myself on camera.
Maybe that's why I do it.
See, Ashley, team no pork. Shout out to Ashley Rose, always at work listening to us.
Scott, superfan, how many shares do we have so far on that post?
Oh, Rayanne, I'm glad she loved it.
And shout out to Scott, the superfan. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone.
And be nice, Kalia, to your mom.
Sticks with us.
I know you got to be at home with her all day. Pork is not life, Craig. Stop eating pork. Pigs are one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. Why do you eat them? That's not very nice. What did a pig do to you besides oink?
So Scott the Superman just pinned Today's contest, back to the top of the comments. Is
Scott's tired of us because
if you go there to that post, that's the one you share.
Scott's tired
Share
of
it
us
publicly.
because we don't never say the contest
Otherwise, we don't
right.
see it. We appreciate you sharing it anyway, but if you don't share it publicly, then we can't see it.
Scott's had it up to here with us.
And you're tagging a first responder.
Up to here, right here at the top.
Today's whole show was supposed to be that this giveaway was for first responders. So here's the deal: is if you happen to tag a first responder, that's great. If you didn't, don't worry about it. We're going to ask you who your favorite first responder is, and then the both of you will win CBD gum. That's how this is going to work.
Fun
we
fact
really
of
would
the
have liked to
day.
have some first responders come and check out the stream and stuff.
Fun fact.
But you know.
Cheryl said, "Did you know that the original purpose of a man's tie is to wipe the mouth while eating?" Sheila, we don't eat bacon.
Okay. So, Eric, you want to pick a number between 1 and 20?
Between 1 and 20, I already got it in my head.
What is it?
15.
15. All right. So
15.
Scott, start counting up. So that's, I guess we're at 12. So we're going to go with, you know what? We're going to go with the third from the last share, Scott. So you said we had 12. So go with, I don't know. How's that math working out? No. Hold on. No. Wait. Lorna, I know some first responders may not want CBD stuff in their system because there's some of them, like cops and stuff, the unions aren't cool with CBD. They're all worried about the small amount of THC. So,
Well, Lauren, so what you can do
12
is,
shares.
because you got to give half the taxes anyway, you could just give the full amount and donate it to the rest of the donate the rest of the taxes too, if you like.
So Scott, third from the last is today's winner. Third from the last.
The third from the last, whoever that is.
Out of the 12.
I gotta get my music ready. Gotta get our music ready, y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. Craig's like, third from the last also equals the ninth from the first. And you're right, Craig. I appreciate that.
I really appreciate that, Craig.
What are you watching? Eric's just taking a little break and watching some YouTube.
I'm getting for the winner.
Oh,
gotta get the sound ready. Yeah, the Jeopardy music. See, look at you, ain't even ready. Look at.
All right, so Scott,
he had food.
That's
and
right. Scott's probably messaging me privately, and I'm just like staring at the screen. Scott, you do it correctly, even though you haven't messaged me yet.
Scotty too
Scott's gonna
hottie.
message me, and he's gonna let us know who the winner was.
Who is the winner? Who will it be? Who will it be? Let us know. If you share today, you might be a winner.
Just for any of you who were wondering earlier about the technical mishmash that was going on, part of that was not just the lack of breakfast sponsor, but it was also that I had like four things. I had 3 streams coming in plus our camera all going at once.
Scotty,
and I forgot
what's
to mute
up,
something.
Man? Who the winner, Scott? I want to know, cause I want half.
Maybe he just expects us to look.
I want half of this CBD gum. This finna be nice. It's finna be nice, chewable. Chewable, get well feeling. You feels me?
So, by the way, this was an interesting contest that we had today.
We had an interesting
Most people don't.
one.
Apparently, people don't like doing that. Apparently, people don't like when you say like, "Hey, there's a post," and go share it, and then you're entered into a contest.
Interesting.
Don't you think?
So for all you people right now who ain't shared but sit there and look at and like the stream and watch us and listen, you haters.
No, I just don't get why people wouldn't. I'd be all over it.
Haters watch you, but they don't cheer you on. They don't help with your success. They watch and they pray for your downfall.
No, I don't know. I just feel like, not that I like spamming all the people that I know, but like a simple share isn't really.
It ain't that hard.
Not that bad, is it?
All we wanna do get you to share this post too, but you don't want to. You just like watching us all day, but you don't like sharing. That's hate. Y'all something else. Who's the winner, Scott?
All right. You want to play the music?
God dang.
This is nice because she deserves to win. This is.
I think
this is nice. You got the music?
Here we go. Jessica
Thank you,
said,
Jessica.
I like your tie.
It's a nice Versace. It's my Versace like.
Jessica, don't be flirting with
power
him.
tie.
You're supposed to be flirting with me. What about my tie?
All right, where's that music? Today's winner. So, folks, make sure you check back in tomorrow. Oh, so tomorrow, for those of you still here watching, tomorrow we're going to have a couple of people, but one of the people that we're going to have on, oh, for the love of God, I need food. Tomorrow we're going to have Mark Sargent on. Mark is one of the world's foremost flat earth experts. And so tomorrow's contest is actually going to be Stump the Flat Earther. So during the show, everyone's going to ask questions in the comments. We'll present some of those to Mark. If you stump him, you win tomorrow. Can you make it go again? Oh, it's going to keep going again. Awesome. If you stump him, you'll win. If nobody stumps him, he will pick out his favorite question, and that person will win the contest. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure I like that suggestion. So, are you ready for today's winner? And the winner of the Mary Palmer CBD gum is
Elizabeth Jalen.
Woohoo! Elizabeth won. You won the CBD gum. Elizabeth, you get to also pick your favorite first responder, which could be like nurse, cop, fireman, but it could also, if you don't have any of those that are your favorites, then you can also pick like somebody who's working someplace that we all have to go and sneeze on. So Elizabeth Jalen, congratulations. I've been waiting for you to win, Elizabeth. So congratulations. We really are. I'm happy for you.
If we don't hear from you, taxes will take 100%. So you better hop in the comments right now. Otherwise,
wait, Dan, what's really?
Hurting.
Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike. Oh, we could. The Jeopardy music could ding our monetization.
Scotty, why are you always bringing up the negative stuff, man? You worried about the wrong stuff right now.
So Elizabeth Jalen, you won.
Elizabeth, I think you ran out of time now. You ain't been in the comments. Taxes is counting. Taxes is counting.
A few of you out there know who Elizabeth is, so let Elizabeth know that she won.
Every minute is 25%.
What she needs to do is she needs to contact
that
Mary
means you
Palmer
got 2 minutes
and tell them that she's the winner, and they will mail her the CBD gum. And hi, Elizabeth, welcome.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, Dan, yes.
Oh, look who showed up in the
tomorrow,
comments. Dan. Elizabeth showed up. You won. You didn't even know you won. See, this is the reason why taxes do what they do, because people don't appreciate when they win.
Dan, good flat earthers are very compelling.
I'm so excited.
Like
oh my god, I'm so excited.
No, yeah, she's here for Eric. Everyone's always here for Eric. Congratulations to Elizabeth Jalen.
Elizabeth, congratulations. You were 1 minute late, so that's an extra 25%. So you will be receiving 73%. Well, I will be receiving 73%. You will be receiving whatever's left. Congratulations. Woo, you will get 2 pieces of bubble gum.
There's not going to be any left.
You're going to get 2 pieces of CBD bubble gum mailed to your door.
Don't chew them all in one place.
Don't chew them all in one place. You got to make them last, because I wait for them tough days. Everybody wants to talk about the flat earth guy.
No, so it's not somebody that we know. It's Mark. His name is Mark Sargent. Y'all can Wikipedia.
So I believe in flat earth, and this is how it goes.
Eric does.
This is the earth. and this is it flat right here, and then so this is north, and then south is the outsides. So like this is South Pole right here. The North Pole is directly in the middle, and then on the edge of the Earth it's just a wall. But like if you fall, technically you're not falling. It's not a fall. It's like you just kind of wrap around to the other side.
But do you? Is that how it works?
It's a strange phenomenon. I gotta really explain it to y'all in person.
So yesterday I was like, so Eric, what do you think about this guy Mark coming on the show? And Eric was like, I don't think, no, I don't, because, and so we put on a video. We put on one of his videos, and we were watching for a few minutes, and I was like, yeah, it's rough because it's the whole like correlation and causation. It's the whole like just because something could make sense doesn't mean that that's how it is. Just because something's a possibility doesn't mean that that's how it is, right? So, but I think it's going to be fun because, it's whatever.
I know I got a question to ask Stump. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to be like, yo, so when you die and then you's walking up to heaven doors and God asks you like, yo, what's up? Like you said my earth is flat. How is he going to explain that to him is going to be my question. I just want to see what he's going to say because I don't know how God going to feel about him calling his earth circle flat.
He may not believe in God. I will ask him, but he may not believe in God.
Hey, he got to believe in, if he believe the earth is flat, he believe in a lot of stuff. I can tell you that. I would tell you that right now. If he believed that the earth is flat and he don't believe in God, yeah, his brain ain't working right. There's a lot of misfires in there.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own, like the whole 5G thing and the whole like
5G is 100% real.
What, that it's gonna like cook people?
It is. It's definitely an open microwave. That's basically what it is.
I want 5G to bring me some breakfast tomorrow.
5G is an open microwave. So if you guys if you ever stuck your hand in the microwave and turned it on, no, that's pretty hard to do, but just picture that happening outside.
He's too old to remember the movie Gremlins when they put the gremlin in the microwave.
Oh no, I seen that movie.
Too young, I mean.
You seen Day After? Wait, the last what is it called? Where they travel to the center of the earth. What is that called? When they travel to the center of the earth to fix the earth. Something was wrong with it.
Nobody does that.
And it was the movie Center Core. It's called The Core. Y'all seen The Core, right? And y'all remember when all this stuff was happening, and the dude was sitting outside in his car on the Golden Gate Bridge, and he was smoking a cigarette, and then the sun started frying his arm like a microwave. That's what happens when you stand next to 5G.
It would be cool if we had a sponsor who made tinfoil hats to do a giveaway on Friday. But we don't. But we're gonna still do a giveaway, and so that's what the giveaway is gonna be. Is y'all? There's gonna be. We're gonna like talk with the dude for.
Hey Elizabeth, you won? Do you even know what you won? If you don't, if you can tell us what you won, then you can get.
Of course, Elizabeth knows. She's one of the few people that shared the thing. She was smart enough to actually do it. I don't. That's the part I don't get is. People will share the stream easy, but send them to the thing. So this was Scott the intern's idea. Sort of.
Oh.
Well, he was just thinking that we should.
Where's Scott?
He was thinking that the contest shouldn't be like somebody did something in the comments of the live stream. He wanted it to be outside of that.
Did you say Scott the intern?
I keep doing that.
I was like, what?
Scott the super fan. I'm sorry, Scott.
Oh, Scott, he just downplayed you to an intern, bro.
I'm so tired. It's so funny because I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, I have
Scott
to
finna turn
off.
Oh yeah,
Scott the intern's catchy too, but Scott's not.
Hey, Scott logged off already.
Yeah, Scott's just.
He's not even online no more.
He's our super fan.
Tomorrow we're gonna be saying stuff, and ain't nothing finna pop up. Ain't finna be no pins, no nothing. It's just finna be a dry comment section.
We did finally get some breakfast.
Look at Scott. Oh, he just got the comments. He said, "Damn." Scott. How you lose your position during quarantine?
Scott, do you hold on? Oh shit! Scott, do you wear baseball hats, right, Scott? I have a surprise for you. Scott, do you wear baseball hats?
That ain't enough.
No, it is. It is. It will be.
That ain't enough.
No, it's gonna be.
Scott needs more.
He won't.
He like, I want a position
Scott,
on the
Scott,
show.
You do wear baseball hats, right? I think I remember. Is that a yes?
Okay, Elizabeth.
He's just laughing now.
You figured it out. CBD gum from Mary Palmer. I'm glad you figured it. We was just making sure because taxes and stuff. We like to do our investigation. But your CBD, your two pieces of bubble gum will be in the mail and it will be shipped to you very shortly. And we're not gonna do next day shipping. We probably gonna have to do like 10 to 12 day shipping because them bubble gums is it's a risk for us to be sending in the mail. So
Scott, I just yesterday received 2 very special Beantown Greentown limited edition brand new hats, but they're like they don't make them anymore. They're like the older style stuff. One of them is really like I wanted really badly, but they're both really cool. And so Scott, I'm gonna give you one of those hats.
Ava says I am very stressed out about taxes and investigation. Why do you gotta talk so stressful?
We didn't mean to.
You forgot to snap.
She probably was snapping. There just needs to be a snappy emoji. So I'm very happy for Elizabeth, the winner today. You know
Eric,
what?
say something kind now.
That it's been a lot of female winners. For
What
prizes.
do I say kind? Ava, what?
I think that's really interesting, like marketing, like data that we're gathering right now.
Ava says, Eric, say something kind now. Something kind now.
See, there you
go. No, that's cool. Appreciate that, Scott, the intern.
No, now you owe him even more. That's awful. Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying what he was saying. I follow the boss's
I got a really
rules.
cool Beantown Greentown hat. Like they pulled it out. Somebody pulled it out of the archives. They'd been saving them for themselves, and they gave them to me.
Ooh, Ava.
I want to tell you, they gave them to me to be like, you can give these away as a prize on the show. And I was like, no, I'm not giving these away. I'm keeping these, and now I'm gonna give one to you.
I love.
I'm kind of sad. That's why I'm looking off to the distance. I'm a little sad about it.
View.
No, Averyl.
Ava.
No, Averyl.
You got all my love today. There you go, Ava. You just got all my serenade.
Looks like Averyl, they bombed us again.
Check your car. Averyl always hooking us up. How you gonna hook us up on your birthday? See, that's true loyalty right there. For somebody to really send you something on their birthday, that's true loyalty. Shout out to the loyal, the one and only Averyl. Andrade.
Scott, the superfan, we appreciate you every day working so hard. Scott, for everyone who doesn't know, Scott actually manages the chat thing. So Eric's reading it, but Scott's off someplace. He's doing yeah, I don't know, Dan. I don't know what's in the car.
Hopefully it's not a body.
But the chat wouldn't be as good without Scott being in there. Scott's definitely the MVP of our daily chat. And he actually is chatting across everywhere that this show goes, just so y'all know. It's not just Disrupt America that Scott's chatting. He's chatting
Scott,
in different places.
A dog might say you are MVI, most valuable intern.
No, no. I only have one hat to give him. I don't want to give him the other hat. There's 2 of them.
He said you are most MVI.
It's like the first thing that I've sounded like I was in pain about today is like giving up that hat. I don't even wear hats. No one watches me wear hats, and that's how much I wanted the hat. It's weird.
That's cold. Can't believe he said that, Scott. I'm still hurt by it too. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be downgraded too. I'm gonna go from Super Bowl champ to just a football player.
You know, we had Omanique.
Omanique
came on and she was watching her mom. Omanique is Goldie's daughter. Shout out to Omanique.
Shout out to Omanique. Hey, Omanique.
We see you farming, girl. Well, he might not. I do.
I don't get to see you farming. I don't get to see Omanique.
You have to be friends with her on Facebook, I guess.
Omanique, why aren't you friends with me on Facebook? That is so strange. How we just bond so well, yet we aren't friends on Facebook.
I think We're gonna start doing something interesting.
What's interesting?
Well, we're gonna go out live to Instagram too, right?
Going live to the IG.
So that's one thing. We're gonna get a lot of new people ignoring us on Instagram. Oh, look, there's their live stream. Bloop. Keep going. No, we give away free stuff every day, so we know that's not enough for people to sit around for 2 hours, though.
Hell no.
So all the people that are still here, it's because you love us, and we appreciate that. We love you too. Not that kind of love, but you know.
Oh yeah, everybody tagging Omonique to come into the comments. Come on, Omonique, make your presence felt, so I can say hi. That is the most innocent hi that I'm talking about. I promise.
Was really?
Yes, it was a very innocent hi. I don't know. Come on, you know. What do you mean?
No, because it was so sort of surprisingly innocent.
Yeah, it was very innocent, you know. Eric Martin loves his IG. You damn Skippy.
Thank you for pinning the charity. So, Averyl, we're going to have you on tomorrow. Today we were just pranking you. We weren't for your birthday. Happy birthday, Averyl.
Averyl is the best I've ever had.
In what way are you?
Oh, no, not... That was a terrible... That came out horribly wrong. All right, this is why I can't be on camera too long. I be saying the wrongs. That was not...
He was just trying to sing sexy. He didn't mean to... He wasn't thinking about the lyrics. He was just singing sexy for a minute. I mean, yeah, it's sort of encapsulated for the rest of the time for people to be able to clip out and play.
No, we editing this.
No, there's no way.
Cut, edit.
delete show immediately. Whatever happened to episode 20?
I had some food now, so usually after food means sleep or smoke. We ain't smoking. We still on camera, so.
You don't do that on camera. I think.
Yes, Lady V, we get it. It was a mess up.
I think.
Don't gas it in the comments. All right, look. Whoever gassed it in the comments is getting blocked.
Lady.
You know what I did not mean that. Nate knows that. Nate's my dog.
Lady J doesn't care because she already.
Of course, Lady J.
Won.
Oh yeah, no.
She won the other day.
But she's not allowed to win anymore. How about that? Yeah.
New arbitrary. It's called the Lady J rule. for all y'all that are disappointed, you can blame Lady J for that. Eric's really gonna get you now. Instant disappointment for thousands of you. Thank you, Lady J. No, we love all of you guys.
We should record an ending.
Yeah.
And then just play it to end.
So that we don't have to sit here anymore. We can just get up and still going, and everyone thinks.
Yeah, just play like the same. You know how? Wait,
and then
you know how them old school.
You know how them old school.
Those old school voicemails where you think they answered and they be like, "Hello," and you be like, "Yo, what's up?" They be like, "Oh yeah, that's what's up," and you be like, "What?" And they be like, I got you. You be sitting there talking like an idiot.
So when I first went to college, I went to the University of Miami. My family's all up here in Massachusetts, and I had an answering machine, and so that's what I made as my message was like, "Hello, hello,
you hear
hello."
Me? Yo, I know you hear me.
And I did that for 20 seconds, and then I'd be like, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. Leave a message." Right? My dad, for 3-4 weeks, was like, he was going out of his skull because he's like, why does he picks up, he can hear, I can hear him, but he can't hear me, and there was no cell phones back then, and he was going crazy, and he was starting to look at numbers to call the school to be like, I think there's something wrong with my son, but he also thought that I knew it was him and I was ignoring him. He didn't realize it was the answering machine. And when I finally told him that was my message, my outgoing message on my answering machine,
he lost it.
He was so mad, but he was just also he had spent a month or two thinking that I was had no interest in that. Because then he wasn't leaving a message because he thought that it was actually me on the phone. We should
Hygenifer.
Actually, that would be a nice ending. Would be a Keith Layham something. Just because today, people, you don't understand seeing Keith on that video. That was like what? That must have been like 10:45 in the morning. I don't understand how that's even possible. I don't even know.
Keith, oh Keith.
His wife must.
Don't ever have an
beat
expectation for him.
Jennifer, knocked him out last night.
Yeah, she must have read our messages. We're here, and she was like, "Oh nah, Keith, come here real quick. Got something for you.
Here, Keith, smell this rag. Tell me what this rag smells like."
Smell this rag. Yeah, honey, sure.
Okay. So we've only gone for 2.5 hours today.
You should change your name underneath. It should say Mike Dube, some Dube.
Some Dube. Some Dube. I was waiting for anyone to mention that, and then I was going to tell everyone that you had made the titles.
Oh,
yeah. And be like, one day I let Eric make the titles. He's like, yo, I want to make some titles.
Seeing Keith Layham that early is like seeing a unicorn run down the highway. Love you, Keith. Everybody put a unicorn in the comments for Keith, because today we did get to see him on camera, and that definitely is damn near close to a unicorn. So
how come Keith wasn't wearing his full body
put a unicorn suit? Spam the comments with unicorns.
Keith was out in his car, by the way, and he wasn't wearing his full body outfit.
Oh yeah. Keith,
that dude likes to go out driving around in his full body outfit.
Come on, put the unicorns. Come on, spam the unicorns so he can see this.
Happy birthday to Averyl, Andrade. We love you. We're so happy to have you in our life, and we were happy to kind of do a little.
I was gonna sing another song, but I didn't want to get the lyrics wrong. I was getting ready to start singing. I was like, nah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Spam them.
Shout out to Mary Palmer for sponsoring today's contest. We love you too, and we still need DJ Stunny to come back and play. We're ready for him, actually.
We got a lot of Keith comments. Unicorns. We should just actually, everybody should have tagged Keith and then put a unicorn. That would have been kind of funnier, because then he would have actually got the message. He's not going to go back in.
That's pretty close. If you're friends with Keith Layham and you're still watching the stream,
tag him,
tag Keith
and put a unicorn. If you guys please tag him and put a unicorn, I will give you special privileges in tomorrow's contest. I'll give you top dollar privileges in tomorrow's contest if you spam Keith with the unicorn.
And
there we go. Yes, Averyl. Yes.
And Jessica, if you're still watching, thank you for posting your picture of having received the CBD dog treats in the mail. That was awesome. And for those of you that win your stuff, when you get it in, if you feel like it, you can throw a photo up of you winning, and then we'll try to go to it on air. We're gonna do Jessica's.
Am I gonna dance for you guys?
10,000 subscribers.
I give you a little preview.
It's all on you guys.
Let me show y'all. Y'all look real quick. Boy, y'all be liking that, huh? Boy, it be getting close. Ooh, it be getting close.
You almost got it. Free sneak peek.
Ooh.
Free sneak peek, ladies.
Let me tell you, I told you I can't take once this chocolate come out the wrapper, it's the time ticks.
I think it's about that time.
It is. It's about that time for us to turn off your station. It's about that time. The show is called Good Morning Shut-ins. We going live on Disrupt America, and the show Right now it's called Good Morning Shut-ins. And guess what? We shutting out.